next is Crystal City St. Genevieve. J98 The Boot.
Welcome to the Fleegs Equipment Football Pregame Show on Regional Radio and MyMoInfo.com. Hi, I'm Jason Fleeg. Football, Fleegs Equipment, family and friends. American tradition that will always be there for generations to come. Fleegs Equipment and high school football, mowing down the competition on turf, on the grass, and in the field.
Hi, I'm Clarissa Nagger. Fleegs Equipment, a proud supporter of high school sports, on your #1 source for play-by-play with an award-winning team at KTJJ, KREI, KJFF, and MyMoInfo.com.
Back for another great Friday night of high school football, and can you believe, folks, that we are already at the midpoint of the regular season, week 5 of 9, as we bring you more coverage on regional radio of high school football. On J98 tonight, we will have the Central Rebels against the St. Genevieve Dragons. On AM 800 KREI, Farmington Knights are back on AM 800 taking on the Poplar Bluff Mules for Farmington's homecoming this evening. On AM 1400 KJF Radio, you've got the St. Pius Lancers and the Herculaneum Black Cats for Herky's homecoming tonight. And then a crosstown rivalry on our MyMo Info sports stream as the Perryville Pirates visit the St. Vincent Indians. Let's run through each of these games in depth now. A couple of teams with even records through 4 weeks of the high school football season will do battle tonight as the 2-2 Central Rebels take on the 2-2 St. Genevieve Dragons on J98. For Central, they've won 2 straight games versus Fredericktown and at Windsor after 2 close losses to tough teams in St. Clair and MICDS. With a 2-headed rushing attack featuring senior Gage Manning and sophomore Deshaun Welch, head coach Corey Schweiss says they'll run the football almost exclusively until it stops working.
The way I look at it right now is, those guys are doing such a good job. Until people take it away from us, we probably will kind of stay on the ground. People take away the running game, then obviously we've been working a lot with our passing game. But, it's every one of those. I think when people play us, they know they're going to have to stop the run. And if they do stop the run, then we're doing some passing. But until they stop the run, we'll probably keep running the football. And we've had a lot of success with that here lately. So, I think people will know when they go into a football game what to expect from us.
On the St. Gen side, they come into the game following an overtime 20-14 victory over Potosi a week ago. That snapped a 2-game skid. The Dragons will be much more willing to throw it with their senior quarterback Logan Gegg, who aired it out 29 times in the victory a week ago. Head coach Ken Wyke has been pleased with the play at the sport's most important position.
He's just a good kid. We throw the ball out and he runs the ball for us, so he does a lot for us offensively. Logan doesn't surprise us. It's kind of what we expect of him, what he expects of himself. But we're lucky to have him. He's a good leader. He leads by example. He talks to kids. He gets into the game. He gets emotional, but he doesn't get too emotional as a quarterback. But he kind of setting the pace for us, I think, offensively. He kind of gets guys where they need to be. And, he's done a real good job up to this point, and we keep expecting big things out of Logan.
Central won this same game last year in Park Hills by a score of 28-7. Coach Schweiss of Central is preparing for a team in St. Gen that knows his Rebels well.
We know that they're always well coached. They know what we do. So they try to take away what we do, and they've done a pretty good job of that. We've been having some close football games with them here in the last few years, and I don't really expect this one to be any different. They're going to play hard. They look forward to playing us as we do them, so I think it'll be a hard-fought football game for sure.
And St. Gen's coach Wyke knows this is a crucial game for his Dragons.
We got to play pretty darn good, that's for sure. They always play us tough. They bring their best game to us. We're going to have to play a very low-mistake game just to stay in it. Kids need to be excited about the game. I think they still are. This is a good rivalry for us. Sometimes we end up facing each other, later on in the year, so it's another one of those games that could springboard you into some momentum then, depending on what you do now, So we talk about a lot of that stuff with our kids. It's a conference game. It's a district opponent, so there's a lot of big things tying into this game.
Nick Lewis and Michael Goldsmith on the call tonight on J98. It's a crosstown matchup tonight on the MyMo Info sports stream as the 3-1 Perryville Pirates make the short trip to St. Vincent to take on the 2-2 Indians. Two schools have squared off each of the last 3 seasons, with St. Vincent winning 2 out of 3, including last year's game by a final score of 12-7. After starting 0-2 against 2 strong opponents, St. Vincent has won back-to-back games now by a combined score of 77-8. Indians head coach Tim Schumer says the team is trending in the right direction.
I mean, anytime you can start to get some confidence and see that confidence in your team grow, and then they produce out on the field for you, it gives you a good feeling when you're going into a big game like this. But, yeah, definitely they've made strides just like last year, get better each and every week. and keep working hard in practice and then going out and performing on game day.
In a matchup between two crosstown schools who are very familiar with one another, Schumer says execution will be the key.
You just got to make sure you go out there and you execute both offensively and defensively. Offensively, execute, take care of the ball, make sure if you get some opportunities to score, take advantage of them because, the scoring might be pretty low. But, yeah, it comes down to offensively taking care of the ball, making sure you maximize your possessions, and then you're very efficient with that. And then defensively, with that option attack and the kind of the ground and pound game that they run, it's the same thing. It's going to come down to executing, knowing your assignments, and then rallying to the football to bring the runner down. So I'd say definitely execution is going to be the biggest thing for both teams.
While Perryville has gotten off to a terrific start with just one loss, the injury bug has found its way into the Pirates locker room with Eli Bierk and Drew Hotop both lost for the season due to ACL injuries. Among several other less significant ailments, Perryville head coach Blaine Boss says they're hoping for better luck in the injury department going forward.
It's tough. We've had it's like it's nonstop with it, but we've had several key players, either lost for the season or they're still out right now. But like I said, we've had four guys so far that have been lost, and we haven't had them since week 2. So 2 of them are done with ACLs, and then another 2 we're hoping to get back here soon. Well, that's one of our goals and hopes from week to week now is just to stay healthy from here on out.
With St. Vincent's air attack on offense and their blitz-heavy defense, Boss says his team will need to be locked in on both sides of the ball in order to win.
Obviously they're a spread team. They like to chuck it around. They probably at 80% of the time. So we're going to have to get pressure on the quarterback. It's no secret. Basically the keys to the game there. So I think defensively, if we can do that, it's going to really help us offensively too, to get more possessions and to have more chances to score. But offensively, it's a matter of just being disciplined up front. They're going to show us probably a bunch of different looks. They're going to be blitzing a bunch, so that's what they do, and it's what we're expecting. So up front, we're just going to have to handle our job, make sure we're sticking on blocks.
Pirates and Indians on the MyMo Info Sports Stream tonight. Brandon Pavlina and Nathan Gertz on the call there. After starting the season at 4-0, the Farmington Knights are now receiving votes in the statewide Class 4 rankings. The Knights have another chance to impress tonight as they host Class 5 Poplar Bluff. The Mules come in at 3-1 and have averaged 51 points per game in their last 3. Farmington coach Eric Krupe says the Mules have a multifaceted attack.
They've got a good, strong running game, but they've done quite a bit of damage through the air. Their passing game is definitely much improved over last season. Their quarterback is now a sophomore. He's got a year under his belt. They've got some explosive receiving threats. They can do some things with the ball in their hand, and they run some pretty good schemes. They create conflict for defensive backs' eyes, and we're going to have great eye discipline on the back end to make sure that we don't let anything get past us.
Poplar Bluff coach David Sievers says his team is doing a good job of diagnosing what the defense shows them.
We've had good success this year running the football, and it kind of sets up our passing game. One of the reasons that we were able to put up some points against Sykeston is they really, really committed to take away our run game, because we had rushed for close to 400 yards against Riverview Gardens the week before we played Sykeston, and so Sykeston loaded up the box and kind of left the middle of the field open for us, so we were able to take advantage of that. And then when they loosened that up, we were able to run the ball a little bit. So I think one of the things that is really helping us is last year we were way too one-dimensional as a football team on the offensive side of the ball, and this year we're more balanced.
Farmington has also adjusted to defenses geared to stop them, but their adjustments have come in varying their run attack rather than going in the air.
We're doing a good job. There's always improvement to be made. We saw some things and made some corrections, and hopefully the kids take to it and apply it on game day. Teams are taking away our playmakers. They're taking away the Royce Harrises of the world and people like that, and so it's left a lot of work for Braden Bodkin and Caden Files, and I think those guys have responded.
Coach Sievers of Poplar Bluff says Farmington will be one of their team's most challenging opponents of the season.
We know that this is probably going to be our biggest test of the season. We saw them in the Jamboree up at Festus. They gave us some fits. We hadn't really prepared, obviously, for what we were going to see. We just went up and tried to do what we were going to do, and Farmington's pressure and their line stunts and stuff on defense, it gave us a little bit of trouble, so we know that we've got a lot of work to do. They just play very hard.
Farmington beat Bluff 24-7 last year. Chad Speaker and Roper Garrett on the call tonight on AM 800 KREI. And it's a homecoming game for the Herculaneum football Black Cats as they welcome in the St. Pius Lancers for a little I-55 conference action on KJEF Radio tonight. St. Pius is tied atop the conference standings with Valley Catholic at 2-0. Overall, the Lancers are 3-1 after having won 3 straight. St. Pius head coach Dan Oliver addresses the mindset of his team with the homecoming aspect attached to the matchup.
That's another incentive for them to be a little bit better than sharper than they have been in the past as well. And so we're just going to go out and try to do what we do and get 11 people running to the ball and get after it. And I think our guys are looking forward to the challenge. And we just talk about, going out there and trying to do our best.
Herky enters the homecoming night with a 1-3 record, dropping 3 straight after a win over Cuba to open the season. Last week was a 35-0 defeat to St. Vincent. Herculaneum head coach Cody Hunter believes that homecoming is a good way to help his guys get back on track.
Yeah, of course. It's all about getting on a roll and playing better every week. And I think that we had a good week of practice and our kids are prepared. So, we'll see what happens tonight. I'm excited to see our kids play and see how they respond. And if they're going to bring that same energy and intensity that they need to, and then, the entire student body is excited about the game, and that's what homecoming's about. It's all good fun and, excited about the dance on Saturday, but, it's all about winning that Friday night football game.
Coach Hunter likes to run his offense through tailback Austin Houston, whom he believes has shown the capability to carry the load week in and week out.
We got to get better up front and just keep giving him the rock and stick to our game plan, and hopefully some things will break off for him. But, the kid works his tail off. He doesn't miss a day in the weight room, and he deserves to be the guy for us, and he does a good job of it. Now, we're hoping that he has a big game tonight for sure.
Meanwhile, for St. Pius, Coach Oliver can't credit his defense enough for the effort it has put forth every week.
Riley, Josh, Nate have all played well. John Lane's played well outside. Carson again. I mean, it's just been across the board. We've just had great production. Patrick Argana played really, really well last week.
It'll be Matt Greenwood and Coach Felker on the call tonight on AM 1400 KJEF for St. Pius and Herculaneum. Other games tonight, potential swing game in the MAFC Red Division. DeSoto Dragons visiting the Festus Tigers. Dragons head coach Chris Johnson says he hopes his team's hard work can end a long losing streak against Festus.
Really felt like if we would have played better the second time like we did the first time, that it really would have been a much more competitive game. And so I think we've all collectively have been trying to get ourselves back to that point to give ourselves another opportunity to try to beat these guys. I know that these guys are as seniors, want to be the ones to finally say enough is enough and finally get over that hump.
Hillsboro Hawks with their first win of the year last week. They will try to keep it rolling against the Windsor Owls tonight. Hawks head coach Lee Freeman says his group will have a tough task against the Owls.
They're an improved football team, and they've had another year in the weight room, another offseason to learn things that they're doing. And last year they played us extremely well, and the score was not really indicative of the game. I thought they played a better game than the score showed, and I'm sure Coach DeMatteis knows that, and I'm sure he'll have a game plan ready to attack us, and we're going to have to get back to work and do everything we can to essentially come away with victory here.
Other area games tonight, North County Raiders make the long and tough trip to Kennett. Meanwhile, Fredericktown Blackcats will host the Potosi Trojans. Crystal City on the road taking on Jefferson R7. The Blue Jays head coach Alex Rugley says he is seeing some week-by-week progression from his team.
We're a young group, but we are getting better. We're playing better defense, which I'm really excited about. We just got to learn how to finish in the red zone, and that's something that we're going to make sure that we focus on big time in practice.
Meanwhile, in that same I-55 conference, Valley Catholic on the road taking on Grandview. And in the suburban west, Northwest will take on Lafayette Wildwood. Lions head coach Corey Tenya says he is hoping for a successful homecoming game.
We believe week in and week out we can compete with teams on our schedule, especially conference. But, Lafayette's one of those ones that we can have a great mentality going this week. It's going to be a great measuring stick game. They're in our district, so it'll be a good chance to, try to climb the district rankings. And, the end goal for us is try to win conference and host a district game.
In that same conference, Melville hosting the Seckman Jaguars, and the Fox Warriors will be on the road taking on Oakville this evening. Those are the games in the listening area tonight. When we come back on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show, we will dive deeper into the games that we will have for you on our regional radio airwaves as we talk to the broadcast crews for all 4 games. That's all coming up next on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show on J98, AM 800 KREI, AM 1400 KJEF Radio, and online on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. Stay with us.
The Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future.
There's no need to be scared of flu season. Just say boo to the flu and head over to Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy for your flu shot. It's the perfect way to protect you and your family, and no appointment is necessary. Just pop in when you have time, and we will have you on your way in just a few minutes. Cash prices are available, or we're happy to bill your insurance. We know you have better things to do than be stuck at home with a nasty case of the flu. Come see us at Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Deloge, Fredericktown, Ironton, and Farmington.
When it's all said and done, what really matters? For Serenity Hospice Care patients.
Hi, we can help. I'm Angie DeClue, owner of Home Pools and Spas. We have new inventory of spas, starting from 2-person all the way up to family size. One that will fit in the corner of your patio to larger models that can be used indoors or out. Home Pools and Spas on the outer service road just south of the Ludington exit.
Family, health, home. Comtree has been a leader in providing health care to you and your family for over 45 years. What started as mental health services has expanded to dental care, primary care, and many community services. We are your home for health care. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org to schedule an appointment. Welcome to our family tree.
We are back on the Fleets Equipment pregame show on Regional Radio, Week 5 of the season in high school football about to get underway tonight. Good one on J98 that we will have for you. Another MAFC White Division matchup. Central Rebels going on the road to take on the St. Genevieve Dragons. Of course, a big conference matchup for both of these two schools. Nick, they're both 1-0 in conference. They both know each other very well, and in fact, they're both 2-2 overall in that other category. So pretty evenly matched as far as records. How they've gotten their wins has been a little bit different, though, and they've been able to do different things with their offenses. Central running the football, and St. Gen relying a little bit more on the pass.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a different matchup as far as how St. Genevieve runs their offense and how Central runs theirs. You look at Logan Gegg. I think he passed it 29, 30 times last week, and then you go to Dylan Corcoran over on the Central side, and he threw it 2 times last week. And you talk to Coach Schweitz about it. You ask him, can the run start to open up the pass here? As Gage Manning, of course, Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, played Forward Athlete of the Week this week, and of course Deshaun Welch as well. They have a great combination in that Central backfield, but he says that it could, but he doesn't necessarily need it to unless people start to stop the run. And Windsor didn't really do that last week. There was no need to pass, hence why they only threw it a couple of times. On the St. Genevieve side, they're more apt to throwing the football with a guy in Logan Gegg who has a little bit better of an arm. And, he's obviously been in that spot last year. He didn't start, but he got in there for Dunsey at times and was certainly effective there. So it's an interesting matchup of styles, totally different offenses, and it should make for an intriguing matchup.
St. Genevieve coming off really a swing game where they're coming off of 2 straight losses. They go to Potosi, they get a victory in overtime, big confidence boost for their group. Then they go home and they have a chance to capitalize on that momentum and take on Central to go to 2-0 in conference. But looking at what they will do defensively in this one, and how you think they can stop that Central run, that will be the key for victory for them, I think.
No doubt, and it's Central. It doesn't seem as though they would particularly like to throw the football if they can avoid it. They did lose some wide receivers that were pretty good for them last year, and a guy like Dawson Day, Jake Casey. The wide receiver weapons maybe not the same as they were a year ago. And at the same time, you did lose Will Hopkins at the running back position last year if you're Central, but with Deshaun Welch just stepping in and filling that role very well, along with Gage Manning, who's returning. Again, yeah, St. Genevieve, if they can't stop the run, it's going to be a problem. That's what Windsor ran into last week and why Central was able to put up so many points. But if you can find a way to stop the run a few times and do it in a situation where Central can't go for it on fourth, because Coach Schweiss loves to do that, you're going to get the wheels turning in his head, and perhaps maybe then they'll start to air out the football, which they're capable of, but it's not really their preference.
Well, on the other side, Central, what they will prepare for defensively, as you mentioned, the St. Gen passing attack so far, they've had many guys step up at the wide receiver spots, and, this Central secondary will be tested a little bit, and as well as the linebackers, they'll probably have to, drop back in coverage a little bit more too. A little bit different approach, I'm sure, than what maybe they did earlier in the season, because there are so many running attacks in the conference and in the area.
No doubt, and Central's a little bit younger than they were last year. The linebacker core is pretty solid. 3 seniors there, couple seniors in the secondary, and a junior and a sophomore that you can expect to hear from today. As far as the passing attack, though, for St. Gen, Logan Gegg seems like he's getting better throughout the season. And you saw it last week with Peyton Matthews. That connection really seems to be working right now. A couple of touchdowns, I think 10 catches for Peyton Matthews last week. If they can continue to develop that chemistry as the season goes on and into this game as well, that's going to definitely provide some issues for Central, who's, they've had some good defensive performances this year, specifically against St. Clair, but they've also had some not-so-good ones. That unit wasn't fantastic against Windsor last week, and you talked to Coach Schweiss, and what really helps out their defense is their offense, in that, they've got a good kicker who gets them a lot of touchbacks. They play the field position game really well, is basically what I'm saying. And so at times, those opposing offenses will be forced into long drives, and that helps the defense out. But if Central can't play the field position game as well as they want to tonight, that could cause some problems for them, and the Dragons might be able to take advantage of it. They can get yards in a hurry with that Gegg to Matthews connection and throw in a little bit of Bryce Trollinger as well. So, St. Gen's looking formidable in that spot, and we'll see how Central responds.
Well, it's unfair to designate this as a game where if somebody wins it, they could potentially, win the conference championship, and basically calling this the de facto championship game, because there's still games to be played. But the margin of error is so slim because you only have 4 conference games. So when you start 1-0 and you put 2 teams together that don't have a loss in that conference schedule, that tends to be one of the bigger matchups that could swing the conference one way or the other.
No doubt. And Central has won this same game now 3 straight years, and these 2 teams have actually met in districts a couple of those years. And so it's actually 5 straight victories for Central over St. Gen in total. We'll see how St. Gen responds to that tonight in a rivalry matchup.
It'll be on J98 tonight. Nick Lewis and Michael Goldsmith on the call. And again, Central Rebels taking on the St. Genevieve Dragons in St. Genevieve this evening. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. The Fleets Equipment pregame show continues next as we talk Perryville and St. Vincent. That's coming up after this on the Fleets Equipment pregame show on Regional Radio.
Champions are made here. On our courts, on our fields, and in our classrooms. Why settle for ordinary when you could be part of greatness? Mineral Area College. Become a Cardinal today.
Myers Shoe Store in St. Genevieve is your Red Wing boot dealer. Myers Shoe Store is now offering a 20% discount on all new Red Wing boots. So if you need new work boots, hunting boots, or just new boots in general, Myers Shoe Store is the name to remember. That's Myers Shoe Store, located at 289 Merchant Street, down from Ciro's in St. Genevieve. Call 883-2110. That phone number again is 883-2110 for Myers Shoe Store in St. Genevieve.
Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate has been the trusted real estate advisor for over 60 years in the Mineral area. Hi, I'm Kim Hudson, owner of Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. No one has helped more people buy or sell real estate in our community than the agents at Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. We are proud of the community in which we live and serve. Contact us today for all your real estate needs. Find us on Facebook or online at coldwellbankerholsey.com. Coldwell Banker Holsey, we would love to be your realtor.
The Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future.
Welcome back in here on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show as we continue our coverage leading up to the game between Perryville and St. Vincent. It's a crosstown battle between these two schools who have played each of the last 3 seasons, with St. Vincent winning 2 of the 3 matchups, and includes last year's matchup between these two schools in which they played at Perryville, and St. Vincent came away with a 12-7 win in that game. So Perryville looking for some redemption. Maybe we'll see a bit of an offensive outburst tonight in what was more of a defensive slugfest a year ago, but it remains to be seen. But my broadcast partner is here with me, Nathan Gertz. And Nathan, obviously these two schools are crosstown rivals. That adds an extra element to the game, and really excited to get to see the St. Vincent offense for the first time here this year. We know that they're going to throw the ball around a lot. They have a lot of talented receivers, maybe some of the best in the area, to go along with a very talented quarterback. But what are you expecting to see from this St. Vincent offense here today?
I expect a really interesting, not just a performance from that offense, but an interesting clash of styles, because you've got a St. Vincent offense averaging just shy of 30 points per game, led by one of the top senior signal callers in the area, Garrett R. And they're going up against a Perryville defense that's been very stingy to start this season. They're going to spread it out and try to throw it around a lot. We got a chance to watch Perryville week 1 against a DeSoto team that does a similar thing offensively, where they spread you out and throw it a lot. Didn't work out well for the Dragons. Pirates are going to try and get similar stops today. We'll see if these veteran receivers, a lot of juniors and seniors that are throwing out, that R will be able to throw to, if they can have success this week.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing R sling it around the field, because he is a really, really good quarterback. 10 touchdowns through the air already on the year. And looking at that Perryville defense, you mentioned that we saw them on offense sling it around the yard a little bit in week 1. And they faced a good passing team in week 1 as well in that continuation game, where they were facing DeSoto and Briar Fisher, and he made some really nice plays against that secondary. That couple of passes that get caught that go the DeSoto way might have changed the landscape of that game. So I'm a little concerned about this Perryville defense against the pass. What are your thoughts?
I think the 2 big things they have to do in order to be successful is, first of all, tackle in space. You got to be able to wrap up, because a lot of these passing games, especially like we'll see from St. Vincent, while they will spread you out 4 or 5 wide and try to throw it around the yard, it's a lot of quick stuff to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands in a hurry, slants, screens, easy stuff. So if you wrap up, it's minimal gain. It's like stuffing a running play. They've got some guys out there at the linebacker positions, like Caleb Gramad, senior, in the middle, and a couple of good guys in the secondary, like the junior safety Dawson Camden, who can make plays just wrapping up and stopping for very little gain after the catch. The second thing is get pressure. Just 3 or 4 sacks so far this year for Perryville's defense, but if they can at least provide consistent pressure into the face of Garrett R, particularly off the edge with the senior outside linebackers, Matt Mueller and Fernando Bajorquez, that'll be a big boost to this Pirate defense.
Yeah, and like you said, a couple of talented guys in the secondary, including 2 seniors in Carter Dix and Ethan Moran. I'm interested to see how Evan Doherty does out there. He'll be playing safety today. We didn't see that the first time around for the Perryville defense, as he is, of course, the offense as well, as Doherty is the quarterback, and he's been fantastic so far this year. He was our Applebee's player of the game in week 1, and if they can get a win tonight, I'm sure he's going to play a big role in that here tonight as well. 26.5 points per game. They're playing really well, are the Pirates. What are you seeing from this offense?
Yeah, this is probably as good as it's been in a very long time for this Pirate offense, especially with the massive injuries that they've suffered, particularly to their 2 top ball carriers, Drew Hotop and Eli Birick. So Doherty has had to carry most of the load. Not so sure tonight, though. St. Vincent will probably key in on him, A couple other guys are going to need to emerge on the offensive side of the ball, get more touches, make more big plays.
Yeah, and we'll see how they can do with that. Of course, they've got Carter Dixon, Dawson Camden, Ethan Moran, some talented receivers around Evan Doherty. Only 47 passes for them so far this year. Doherty's been toting the rock a lot. 65 carries that leads the team, and it's not even close. And like you said, a couple of key injuries at running back. We'll see how they fare tonight. But it's going to be a good matchup for the St. Vincent defense that has struggled at times this year. They're giving up almost 30 points per game on the season. And with that in mind, St. Vincent defense, they're going to have to step up and play well against a tough Perryville offense.
Yeah, but I think the numbers are a little bit warped when you consider how good the first two opponents of the year were for them in Valley Catholic and Scott City. That's a pair of excellent offenses that piled up the points and the yards. Last 2 weeks, as they've now bounced back to win 2 in a row and get to 2-2, they've been much better. They've got a good veteran front seven, which I think will help them, especially considering they've got 2 sophomores starting in the secondary. So against a run-first offense like they're facing against Perryville, that helps out in a big way. Interested to see how the big guys up front, like Sean Koisher, junior defensive tackle, or some of the linebackers like the juniors Owen Light and Jesse Robinson perform. Got to shut down Doherty and then ready for the rest of the Pirate offense.
Yeah, just interested to see how Perryville can establish that run game with some young guys who maybe are not as experienced carrying the ball against the defense that has been susceptible at times here this season. We'll see. It's going to be an exciting game tonight. Crosstown matchup between Perryville and St. Vincent. Rivalry game doesn't get much better than this, Nathan. I'm excited for this game here tonight. Looking forward to getting this one underway. It's the 2-2 St. Vincent Indians playing host to the 3-1 Perryville Pirates on the MyMo Info sports stream, which you can access on mymoinfo.com or on YouTube on the MyMo Info sports channel. We'll be back here on the pregame show.
Are you in need of an appliance? Marzuco Electric Best Brands Plus in St. Genevieve and Perryville is your home of GE, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, and more. In all, Marzuco Electric carries over 12 lines of appliances, electronics, and TVs. They also offer factory-authorized appliance service as well as residential, commercial, or industrial electric service. For all of your appliance needs or for professional electrical service, visit Marzuco Electric in St. Genevieve or in Perryville.
Dear movers and shakers, we know how you roll, and we're with you. We're with you on the tarmac or terrain. In the 2019 RAV4 Adventure, Limited, and Hybrid models. We're with you in the comfy Highlander with seating for up to 8 and advanced safety features standard. We're with you in the sharp 2019 Toyota Camry with its available cockpit red leather seats. And we're with you in the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla, loaded with attitude and the latest tech. We're with you. Let's go, Toyota. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See Twin City Toyota I-55 at the Herculaneum Auto Mall exit. Don't think twice, think Twin City.
In January 1973, 3 community leaders sat around a table and established a nonprofit agency that would reach the unmet needs of Jefferson County residents. Little did they know this agency would expand to become a leader in the county, a trusted provider in Missouri, and receive national recognition. Comtree was founded to meet community needs. This will always remain our purpose. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org. Welcome to our family tree.
Josh Harris is on the line from Midwest Sports Center, Highway 67 in Farmington. And Josh, when it comes to off-road fun or on-the-water fun, it's got to be Midwest Sports Center in Farmington.
Off-road, we've got it. Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, Can-Am. And then if you want water, we've got Sea-Doo. Off-road fun is where it's at. We've got a lot of neat stuff going on. You can come in and drive the Polaris RZR, compare it to the Can-Am X3. Stop by and see us. No pressure, good family fun. We're located right next to Redfield Collision Center in Farmington.
Regional Radio Week 5 of the high school football season about to get underway. Farmington Knights have homecoming tonight. Special night for Farmington folks, and of course Chad Speaker on the call tonight on AM 800 KREI as the Knights welcome in the Poplar Bluff Mules. Of course, a conference matchup. Both teams pretty strong records in the early going, and Poplar Bluff has shown that they can really put up the points here.
Oh, boy, they sure have. Andy, you can look at their season-long totals, and they're averaging 45 points a game. But in their last 3, they're putting up 51 points per game. And I think that they're a difficult team to prepare for and to defend because of the balance that they've shown this year on the offensive side. Against Riverview Gardens, they rush for over 400 yards. So Sykeston kind of watches that. They adjust, they prepare. And maybe they're a little bit susceptible to the pass because of that. And Poplar Bluff throws for 370 or 272 that night. So a team that really can do both things and probably makes them a team that's pretty difficult to prepare for.
Well, especially for a lot of teams around this area, for sure, because there are a lot of offenses that maybe will go heavy on one side or the other. But there's a lot of balance on this team. What the Farmington defense should be prepared for, though, because pretty good performances last few weeks. They had Hillsborough, they had North County. They were able to get pretty decisive victories there, in part because of their defense. And then on the road against Cape Central, a very impressive defensive performance there, too.
Basically gave up one play, Andy. Gave up an 81-yard touchdown, kind of a busted defensive assignment. Other than that, didn't really give up hardly anything all night to Cape. And, in fact, they held them to a negative 1-yard passing. So Farmington defense has been really stout all year long, and you've got the Poplar Bluff offense that does show great variety in terms with the run and the pass. For Farmington, they also show great variety, but they do it with different facets of their running game. So Farmington might be a little bit easier team to prepare for, but doesn't mean they're easier to defend. You know what's coming with Farmington. They're going to run the option. But you have all the different phases of the option, and they've added in a few wrinkles since then as well. So, pretty much you're going to be defending on the ground. Stopping it, though, has been quite another matter.
Will there be more pressure, though, on this Farmington offense, considering how Poplar Bluff's offense has been able to put up the points in case the defense does get into a little bit of trouble? Do you see this maybe going a bit more in the high-scoring margins?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the largest margin or the largest point total that Farmington has allowed has been 13 this year, and that was in the opener against Union. Other than that, nobody's scored more than once on them. One shutout and a couple of 6-point touchdowns is all they've allowed in their other games. I think Poplar Bluff is a team that is going to score more than that. And for Farmington, even though they won last week, 23-6 over Cape, it was a game they left a lot of points out on the field. They probably could have scored 35, maybe more. They had more yardage, but they didn't finish their drives like they want to. They had that in the first week against Union, and then against North County and Hillsborough, they scored 48. Lots of big plays, finished whenever they wanted to. And then last week, you have to give Cape Central some credit, too, for playing good defense against them. But Farmington probably will want to finish their drives a little bit better tonight than they did last week.
Of course, a lot on the line for Farmington, too. Of course, they want to have a good performance in front of the homecoming crowd. They're 4-0 right now. They want to stay undefeated, and a win against the Class 5 opponents could boost their standing a little bit more to further solidify where they are at the top of Class 4 District 1. So could be a huge victory for the Knights if they can get it.
Yeah, a lot of different reasons. You want to go to 2-0, of course, in the SEMO North. You get the extra points by beating the team above you. And another factor that, it doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot, but it sure is a pride thing. If Farmington wins this game, they could be ranked in the state. They're getting votes in the polls right now. They're not in the top 10 yet, but if somebody slips up, they could be one of the next couple teams in the top 10. And it's been a while since that has happened for Farmington, since 2011.
Yeah, it should be a fun night, and the Farmington Knights will have homecoming this evening as they host the Poplar Bluff Mules, a very intriguing matchup there. Chad Speaker on the call with former Farmington linebacker and All-State linebacker Roper Garrett tonight on AM 800 KREI. When we continue on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show, we will talk the KJEF game of the week as St. Pius visits Herculaneum tonight for their homecoming, and that's coming up next on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show on Regional Radio.
The Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future.
Champions are made here. On our courts, on our fields, and in our classrooms. Why settle for ordinary when you could be part of greatness? Mineral Area College. Become a Cardinal today.
Everybody loves Mario's Italia. They serve the best Italian food in the area. Pizza, pasta, salad, sub sandwiches, calzones, and my personal favorite, the stromboli. Huge, large portions with the freshest ingredients. You'll be satisfied with all of their choices. Check out their full menu online at mariositalia.com. Dine in or have it delivered, or have them cater your next special event. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Mario's Italia, located in the factory at the corner of 1st and A Streets in downtown Farmington.
Goggins Drilling Incorporated has been serving the Parkland area and beyond for over a half a century with a reputation for quality work that comes with over 50 years of satisfying their customers, offering sales and service on all water pumps, and are the leading edge of ground source heating systems, residential or commercial. Call Goggins Drilling Incorporated for contract drilling at 573-431-2450. That's Goggins Drilling, when you want more than just a hole in the ground.
Matt Greenwood with you on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show. I have my broadcast partner for tonight's St. Pius Herky game, and that is Joe Felker. The game is at Herculaneum. It is their homecoming. There's been a lot of homecoming festivities throughout this week for the Black Cats, and now Friday night is finally here, and we are excited to have St. Pius and Herky football for you. Again, Joe Felker is my broadcast partner tonight, and we're here to talk about the matchup, and let's just dive right into things, Joe. And as we look at these two sides, the St. Pius Lancers trending upward, the Herculaneum Black Cats trending downward. St. Pius has won 3 straight, Herky has dropped 3 straight. But we all know what it's like to look at records and have the result not necessarily reflect that, do we?
Yeah, exactly. We saw that last week with the Hillsborough Festus matchup, and the Hawks were highly motivated in that game, just like you would be sure that the Black Cats are going to be ready to go being homecoming and kind of on that 3-game losing skid. They're going to be focused and wanting to turn things around, and no better time to do that than the next game.
Absolutely, and that's what makes the Herculaneum Black Cats kind of dangerous tonight. I mean, St. Pius still hasn't fully found their offense. Now, defensively, the Lancers looking really, really strong. I mean, they've allowed 7 points to Jefferson, which is traditionally a good offense. They only allowed 6 to Grandview, which, going through some things, but still to hold them to, a single touchdown there. They held Bayless to 12. So defense is getting it done for the Lancers. Offense not quite there. And if you throw in, or when you throw in, the homecoming aspect and the desperation aspect, the Black Cats could potentially be very dangerous tonight.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're St. Pius, you want to make sure that you really focus on that defense and hoping that your offense is going to come through with, whatever it is that you need. But if you're giving up, 0 points or just a touchdown, obviously that greatly increases your odds of being able to come out of there with a win. So could certainly understand where St. Pius's focuses are, and if you're Herky, you definitely need to find a way to get some points on the board, and you might, with that energy and extra enthusiasm from homecoming, be, ready to try some new things and have some tricks up your sleeve so that you can find a way in the end zone.
Yeah, very true. And, it's kind of like, we'll put the situation this way. World Series Game 1, visiting team comes in, leadoff hitter for the visiting team hits a home run, quiets the crowd rather quickly. For the St. Pius Lancers, that's going to kind of be the thing they need to do, I feel like, if they're going to win this game, and that is come in, quiet this Herky crowd with a quick touchdown if they're the first to get, if they're the first to get the ball, score a quick touchdown, or if they're second to get the ball after making a defensive stand, score a touchdown. I feel like it's very important that the Lancers, if they're going to win this game, they need to score early and score quickly.
Yeah, I think that, in my experience, I agree with you. My experience as a coach in these kinds of situations and games where, the other team is so hyped up, you want to keep your team real even keel. You want to make sure that you keep reminding your kids that it's a 48-minute game. Like, there's Herky's liable to come out with, like I said, that extra energy and get on the board early. And if you're St. Pius, you're just, constantly reminding your guys, and hey, this is a 4-quarter game, like it's 48 minutes, like just play our game and don't get caught up in all that, because that can be distracting and can cause you to want to try to match that when that's not really your style of game as an individual or as a group. So keeping that focus is really important.
I couldn't agree more, Coach Felker. All right, looking forward to having you on the call with me tonight. Again, it's St. Pius and Herculaneum football on KJF. We'll see you out there, Coach.
All right. Thank you, Matt.
All right, Joe Felker, my broadcast partner. I am Matt Greenwood. St. Pius at Herculaneum for Herculaneum's homecoming on AM 1400 KJF, kickoff at 7 o'clock.
All right, thanks, Matt, and we will get you out to the field after this break. Again, on J98 tonight, you have the St. Genevieve Dragons hosting the Central Rebels. On AM 800 KREI, Farmington Knights hosting Poplar Bluff. AM 1400 KJF will feature the Herculaneum Blackcats hosting the St. Pius Lancers. And the crosstown rivalry between the Perryville Pirates and St. Vincent Indians is on the MIMO Info Sports Stream this evening. We will send you out to the field for the remainder of pregame coverage after this break on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show. Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready to give your dreams a new address? Whether you're looking...
Just like a weird...
Essential personnel are to clear the controlled area for launch vehicle ordnance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, good luck.
Welcome in on the campus of St. Vincent High School in Perryville, Missouri. I'm Brandon Pavlina. I'll be joined on the broadcast alongside my broadcast partner, Nathan Gertz, as we get set to bring you another edition of high school football here on Regional Radio. We're here on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, bringing you St. Vincent hosting the Perryville Pirates. It's going to be a great matchup here tonight. Perryville comes into, or the Pirates of Perryville, rather, they come into this one with a 3-1 record on the year. And the St. Vincent Indians coming with a record of 2-2. Both teams coming off wins. PHS with a 21-14 win over Fredericktown. And for St. Vincent, a 35-0 win over Herculaneum. So both teams riding high coming into this game here tonight. It's a crosstown rivalry matchup. The Battle of Perryville between the Pirates and the Indians comes your way next here on Regional Radio. You're going to want to stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a fun one. The stands are filling up. The energy is electric. It's going to be a great game tonight. Coming up next here on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show, we will have interviews with both head coaches for both teams. And, of course, I want to remind you that Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington, Fleegs Equipment for all your lawn, farm, and garden equipment needs. Let their family serve your family. Highway 32 in St. Genevieve and on the Outer Service Road at the Leadington exit, or online 24/7 at Fleegs.com. Timeout. When we come back, interviews with both head coaches coming up here on Regional Radio.
Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, Missouri invites you to come on down and let us help you find your next vehicle. Purchasing a car, SUV, or truck can be an overwhelming experience. The Gateway crew will help you find the right vehicle for your personal or family needs. We offer 24-month or less, no-interest loans for qualified buyers. Come on down to 509 Lincoln Drive and let us help you find a reliable vehicle that fits your wallet.
Welcome back here on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show as we continue our coverage leading up to the game between Perryville and St. Vincent. And with me now, I got the head coach of the Perryville Pirates, Blaine Boss. And, Coach, obviously in a cross-town matchup like this, a rivalry game, you don't got to say a lot to get the kids ready to go, right? So I got to imagine your players have been excited about this game leading up to this week. Just tell me what practice has been like here leading up to a matchup against a team that's just right across town.
Well, like you said, I mean, it's a huge rivalry. Our kids, obviously, they're going to get excited for this game, as is St. Vincent. So, it's a good game for the town and the city of Perryville. And practice-wise, I mean, nothing's really changed. It's another game. You have to prepare the same and do what you got to do and get the stuff you need to get done at practice. And, we're preparing like it's just another team.
Absolutely, and that's right. That's what you have to do. Obviously, just every single game is. It's the thing is you're going to come out and play 4 quarters. It's a game of football again, regardless of who you're playing up against. And with that in mind, Coach, obviously, you guys are 3-1 to this point in the season, playing well so far. What can you say about some of the positives that you've seen from your team to this point in the season?
The biggest thing is just new guys stepping up. Just some new faces stepping up for us. Some guys that, from the start of the year, we didn't know how much playing time they were going to get, and they're kind of thrust into some starting roles, and they've done a heck of a job for us. So, hopefully they continue to get better week to week, and, we can count on them from a week-to-week basis. As far as offense, I think we're just looking to continue to grow, continue to make fewer mistakes each week, continue to take care of the football, and hopefully the rest takes care of itself.
Yeah, and obviously on the defensive side here tonight, you're going against a team that likes to throw the ball around the yard quite a bit. They got a talented quarterback and some good receivers as well. So what are you guys looking for preparation-wise from your team? What have you guys been doing to get ready for a team that's going to give you a look that maybe you're not all that familiar with?
Yeah, like you say, it's a tough offense to stop because they get guys in space and just chuck it all over the place. So, I think when they throw it that much, it kind of slows the game down a little bit, and it can lull you to sleep, and then they hit you with a big play deep or something like that. But no, that's our biggest thing tonight. We just got to play defense. We got to trust our teammates. We got to tackle well in open space, and then the big thing with our secondary, we just got to keep everybody in front of us. So if we can do that, I like our chances.
Yeah, right. It's even if they get the passes complete, you wrap up and tackle, you bring them down. You're not allow the big plays a lot of times. So you kind of alluded to it. We'll wrap it up as always. Keys to victory for you guys tonight. What do you got to do to get a win?
Defensively, like I said, their quarterback's a great player, probably one of the best quarterbacks we'll see all year. We got to get hands in his face, we got to get pressure on him, and make him feel uncomfortable back there. If we let him sit back there all day, he's going to make some good throws and make some completions for him. So that's one big key. And then again, like I said, we just got to not let him get behind us. We got to keep everything in front of us and tackle well. Offensively, I think it's just kind of on us to take care of the ball. Cut down on the silly penalties that we've kind of had the past couple weeks, and just do what we do. And trust your teammate next to you. They're going to make their blocks. The backs are going to make their runs, and I think the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah, well, we're excited to get this one going here tonight. Rivalry matchup and between Perryville and St. Vincent. It's going to be exciting here tonight. We appreciate you taking some time. Head coach of the Perryville Pirates, Blaine Boss. Appreciate you taking some time, Coach.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Awesome. We'll be back here on the pregame show.
Dryer Electric wants to wish all athletes good luck this sports season and have a successful year. Your hard work, dedication, and determination does not go unnoticed. Dryer Electric is proud of these athletes and wishes them a successful and memorable school year. That's Dryer Electric, wishing all students good luck this sports season and a successful school year.
We are back on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show, now joined by St. Genevieve Dragons head coach Ken Wyke. And as we welcome
Upsolt's Packing in Perryville is a family-owned packing company. They take great pride in providing quality service. They do custom slaughtering and processing, including smoking and curing of beef and pork. Upsolt's has won several awards for curing of hams and bacons. And don't forget, they do process deer. They have the most competitive prices in the area. They go whole hog for you. Give Chad a call at 573-547-6815 or stop in and talk with them today about your processing needs. They're located at 1702 South Kings Highway in Perryville.
Welcome back here on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show as we continue our coverage leading up to the game between St. Vincent and the PHS Pirates. And with me now, I got the head coach of the St. Vincent Indians, Tim Schumer. And Coach, obviously this is a big-time matchup, crosstown matchup. You guys being the private school in town, the crosstown, you got the public school and the Pirates. Big-time rivalry game. What has this practice been, the week of practice been like for you guys, and just kind of the energy around the team?
I mean, yeah, the energy's been great. I mean, they realize it's a big game. They want to come out here and perform well. I mean, they grew up playing these kids in other sports and rec leagues, so they have good relationships with them, so they want to come out and perform well. Just kind of got to focus them in, tighten them up, and make sure we're focusing on the fundamentals and having good days of practice.
Well, you guys have had a couple of nice weeks in a row after playing two really talented opponents to start off the season and playing both of them well, but you guys have come back and gotten back-to-back wins here in the last 2 weeks, so I don't know that necessarily much has changed because you guys played some quality opponents in those early weeks, but what have you seen here over the last 2 weeks as you guys have gotten back in the win column?
I mean, anytime you can get that first win out of the way and then start building some confidence, especially in these young guys, you see that grow and it kind of starts to snowball. And I think that second half of Scott City, they really came out and we did some really good things on both sides of the ball, and that confidence just carried over. So we're just trying to carry that confidence over, make sure we're building on what we've been doing good in practice, and then carrying that over into game days.
And you've got one of the best quarterbacks in the area in Double R, and he's got to be a lot of fun to be around and to get a coach. What can you say about him as a young man, and also what he brings to your offense out on the field?
I mean, he's like a coach on the field. I mean, this is his third year experience, so we can bounce a lot of ideas off of each other throughout the week of practice, and he can really get in tune with the game plan just because he's seen so much before. So it's a lot of fun, and then once the game starts, just talk to him, make sure you're communicating with him on the sidelines because he can see some things out there, and we can try to get ourselves in the best play possible. So he's a joy to be around.
Yeah, I can imagine. And a little breezy out here tonight. I don't know if that'll have too much of an effect on you guys throwing the ball, but regardless, I know you guys like to sling it around, and we're looking forward to watching that get underway here tonight. But we'll wrap it up with this. Keys to victory for you guys tonight. What do you got to do to come out with a
We got to come out and execute on both sides of the ball. Execution is going to be key. I mean, last year you saw it was a defensive battle. You got to maximize your opportunities with the ball. So you really want to make sure we execute on both sides of the ball, and I think we'll be in a good position.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. Head coach of the St. Vincent Indians, Tim Schumer, taking some time to talk to us. We appreciate it, Coach.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. We'll be back here on the Fleegs Equipment pregame show.
The administration at the Perry County School District 32 would like to show their support to all their students and athletes. The Perryville School District commends their students, athletes, and coaches for being dedicated and committed to doing their best. The district wants you to practice hard, play hard, and study harder. And remember, teamwork, determination, and hard work will take you far. Best of luck in the future from everyone at the Perry County School District 32.
Perry County Towing is the premier towing and roadside assistance company in Perryville. With 24/7 towing, Perry County Towing promises fast response times and on-time deliveries. Whether you're needing a quick tow, tire change, or a winch out, rest easy knowing your vehicle is in good hands at Perry County Towing. Like them on Facebook or call today at 573-846-4140.
Perryville Muffler and Auto is ready to help you with your next service on your vehicle. Perryville Muffler and Auto offers full computer diagnostics and repair and specialize in diesel truck repairs and aftermarket upgrades. They offer a full line of replacement engines, transmissions, and driveline components with a 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Need a custom exhaust? They offer custom exhaust systems and bending for classics to modern vehicles and sell and install 4WD suspension lift kits. Check them out on Facebook. That's Perryville Muffler and Auto.
Our focus on quality at Perryville Outdoor Products is unmatched. We carry only the highest caliber of outdoor power equipment brands, including a wide selection of Cub Cadet products. And after the sale comes our expert service by trained technicians. From tune-ups to major overhauls, we're a hometown business where our customers are number one. Before, during, and after the sale, you have our support. Ask about our first-rate financing options on Cub Cadet merchandise today at Perryville Outdoor Products. That's Perryville Outdoor Products, 814 North Kings Highway, Perryville, Missouri, 573-547-9996.
here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream as we get set to bring you opening kickoff between the Perryville Pirates and the St. Vincent Indians. We're here just off the campus of St. Vincent High School here in Perryville, Missouri. I'm Brandon Pavlina. I'll be joined on the broadcast here tonight alongside my partner, Nathan Gertz. And Nathan, it's going to be a great one here tonight. The Perryville Pirates coming to this one 3-1 on the road here tonight against the 2-2 St. Vincent Indians. But Perryville and St. Vincent both coming off wins, both playing well here as of late. What are you expecting to see in this crosstown rivalry matchup here tonight?
Well, I'm interested to see, as we talked earlier in pregame, about the clash of styles when this St. Vincent offense takes the field. They've been outstanding, just shy of 30 points a game this year, led by their star senior quarterback, Garrett R, and they have really scored the ball well each of the last 3 weeks, even though they had that loss in week 2 to Scott City. They've been rolling on offense ever since the second half of that game, as you heard their head coach talk about in pregame, Tim Schumer. Interested to see how that spread offense that will throw the ball around the yard a lot moves it against the Perryville Pirate defense, giving up a little less than 14 points per game. Perryville has faced some teams earlier this year that spread the ball out and throw it a lot. Their secondary has 2 seniors and 2 juniors, Carter Dix and Ethan Moran at the corner spots, Dawson Camden and Evan Doherty, the safeties. They've played really, really well. However, Drew Hubtop, normally the starting safety, out due to injury tonight. Interested to see how Doherty plugs in and helps with that. We were talking about this pregame, talked about it off the air, and we'll say it one more time. Perryville defense that's only had 4 sacks this year probably needs to generate more pressure tonight than they have all season, as they'll be facing a pass-first offense.
And we'll see if they can get that pressure on the quarterback here tonight, as that front 3 for Perryville and Ian Curry, Clayton Steffens, and Thomas Hayden will be tasked with trying to get to the quarterback all night long. And you're right, that quarterback, Garrett R, one of the best in the area, 10 touchdown passes on the season. Excited to get to see him live in person here tonight. Excited to bring you guys this one here tonight as we wrap up the Fleegs Equipment pregame show. Want to tell you all that we are here in the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step. The opening... No, not the opening coin toss, or not the opening kickoff. The opening coin toss is just a few moments away. And, of course, the coin toss is always brought to you by New Era Bank. It's easy to save your coins and change with New Era Bank's Roundup Savings. To see how easy it is, visit your local New Era Bank or go online at newerabank.com. Member FDIC. You've got the captains out at midfield as they shake hands and get ready to flip the coin to determine who will receive and who will kick and what side of the field each team will defend. The home team, St. Vincent, in their blue uniforms, blue tops, yellow pants, and it's yellow numbers on the back and lettering across the front. And they've got the blue and gold helmets as well. For the Perryville Pirates, they're rocking the road whites tonight. White tops with the green lettering, green pants, white socks, and the green helmets with the white face masks as these two crosstown rivals get set to do battle here tonight. Can't wait to get this one underway. We're just a few moments away from getting it started, and it is a picturesque evening for some football here tonight. Tell you about our weather update, as it's always brought to you by the Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future. 83 degrees as we get set for opening kickoff. Couldn't ask for a much better night. Not a cloud in the sky. Blue skies as the sun continues to set. And like I said, 83 degrees. We were talking about on the way out here, Nathan. Like you said, maybe a little warm here to start things off. But as this one continues, can't ask for a much better night for some great high school football.
Yeah, really good conditions, all things considered. It looks like it's going to cool off as well later on in the evening as we roll along here. And that'll favor both these teams because it means they won't fatigue as much with some heat and humidity. And you can tell it really is football season in fall, that we're midway through the year when the lights come on and it's mostly dark outside now finally here at the end of September. Very excited to see how this one plays out tonight. We talked about that matchup on one side of things for this great St. Vincent offense against this terrific Perryville defense. How about the other side of things, though? Perryville offense, pretty solid, 26.5 points per game. They rely heavily on their junior quarterback, Evan Doherty, as a runner. Be interesting to see if the front 7 for the St. Vincent defense, much maligned earlier in the season, can hold up tonight against the Pirate offense that is going to try and pound and ground things out. And it looks like we're going to get an opportunity to see that close to right away. I think Perryville's going to get the football here to kick things off tonight.
And yeah, as you mentioned, Nathan, tough start to the season defensively for the St. Vincent Indians, but over the last 2 weeks, they are 2-0, and they've won those games by a combined score of 77 to just 8. So they have only given up 8 points in the last 2 weeks. Defense playing much better, and we will see how things go. As it stands, it looks like St. Vincent will receive the opening kickoff, so that means Perryville will get it to start the second half. So it'll be the Indians offense who will take the field first. A reminder here tonight, of course, we got coverage on all of our regional radio stations. On J98, it's Central at St. Genevieve. On KREI, it's Poplar Bluff at Farmington. And on KJEF, it's St. Pius at Herculaneum. Tons of other high school games going on around the area. We'll tell you about them all night long. But the ball is teed up. Dawson Camden is ready to send it away for Perryville. And St. Vincent ready to return. Back deep. Oh, it's going to be a short kick instead, and it's taken by Travis Wheeler, one of the up men, and he is taken down immediately right at the 35-yard line. And that is where St. Vincent will begin things offensively. And let's take a look at how they will align offensively. Up front, the offensive line for the Indians, it's Sean Kosher, the left tackle. Left guard is Matt Myers. Center is Charles Sauer. Right guard is Dane Touraw. And the right tackle is Luke Brickhouse. The quarterback, the senior, Garrett Double R, very talented young man, and he'll be throwing to some great receivers. We'll tell you who it will be in just a second. They come out 5 wide, and good snap. Double R back to throw. He goes near side, pass complete. It's Caleb Whistler, the first completion of the game. That one will go for about 4 yards, and it'll set up second down and 6. So Whistler gets the first reception, and he is one of the talented receivers on this offense. You also have John Wibbenmeyer, who will catch plenty of passes. Blake Schnurbush has 5 touchdowns receiving on the year. Jesse Robinson will be out there as well. And Nick Loppy, he is the running back, and he's going to get the handoff here on second down at 6, and he is going to be met immediately. Maybe a gain of a yard, but that'll be all, as right there on the tackle, Caleb Gramad met him right in the hole to bring him down, and that'll set up a third down and 5.
Gramad, one of those great senior linebackers for this Perryville defense in the middle, leads them in tackles so far this year.
And it's third down and 5. Back to pass now, Double R. Far side of the field, he's got a man. Pass is tipped, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of Blake Schnurbush. As I said tipped. Wasn't tipped, just glanced right off of his hands, and he couldn't pull it in. And as a result, it's going to be a punt. So you get a nice completion on the first one, but then Double Air puts it right on his receiver, can't complete the pass, and that'll send it away. We'll have a chance to check out the Perryville defense next time around, but for now, St. Vincent back to punt. It's Caleb Whistler who will send it away, and back deep to return is Carter Dix. Punt is away, and it's a squibber up the far side of the field. Down inside the 30, it's going to roll inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line, as Carter Dix is going to let it roll, and that's where it will be touched down. And so just a minute into the game, 11:08 to go. That's where Perryville will start their opening drive from the 24. Let's take a look at their offensive alignment. As up front, it'll be Aaron Ernst, the left tackle, Matt Mueller, the left guard, Brad Ernst is the center, Clayton Steffens is the right guard, and the right tackle is Kyle Underwood. The receivers are Dawson Camden and Carter Dix, and a trio of tailbacks, Dylan Holt, Fernando Bajorquez, and Ethan Moran. Also see Caleb Gramad, the fullback, and of course the talented quarterback, Evan Doherty, as he is in the short gun. And the quick snap, and Doherty's just going to take it right up the gut. He gets hit hard, but he breaks a few tackles and is able to drag defenders forward for a gain of 5. Good start there for the Perryville offense, and 5 yards right out of the gate for Evan Doherty, who's run the ball well here this year. 65 carries, 338 yards. That's an average of 5.2 per carry, and he stays right on that mark with 6 on first down. Second down and 4. Doherty in the gun with a tailback to his left hip. They're going to give it. It's going to be with Dylan Holt, and he rumbles forward and has the first Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate first down of the day.
Yeah, they're running the double wing right now, even though they're out of the gun. So that time, Holt in motion is one of the, that time I guess you call him the wing back, able to come in, take that pitch, and come around right tackle side and pick up the first down on the run.
Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate, they move this town. Quick check of that defense for St. Vincent. Up front, Luke Unterreiner, Gabe Piku, Sean Kosher, and Luke Brickhouse. That's your defensive line. The linebackers, Nick Loppe, Owen Light, and Jesse Robinson. And in the defensive backfield is Travis Wheeler, John Wibbenmeyer, Jake Kapp, and Sean Harold, as the first down carry is going to go almost nowhere as Grimaud gets the handoff. He picks up, he got a couple of yards, about 2 or 3 to his credit. And that'll set things up now with a second down and 7.
It's going to be the power run game right over the middle of this offensive line and right over that big center, Brad Ernst, the senior for Perryville. Going to be interesting to see how St. Vincent, more of an athletic spread-out defense, can handle that.
Doherty in the pistol now. He's got Grimaud on his hip. And the direct snap, Doherty's going to keep it, and he's going to just go forward for a good gain. His helmet came off amidst the pile. And he's going to rumble forward for a nice gain there, make it 5 yards. And that'll set up a third down and 2. Nothing complicated there, Nathan, just straight ahead running.
Well, and the big thing is that even though you get to third down, you get to third and really manageable, third and short, which allows you to continue to not just run the football, but to use the power run game between the tackles right up the gut. We'll see if St. Vincent maybe loads the box or brings them extra pressure with the blitz.
3 minutes into the game, 8:50 on the clock, and they've got a Wildcat in the backfield. Dawson Camden takes the direct snap. He's looking for some running room, but he gets hammered. As right there on the tackle, Luke Brickhouse, as he came flying in and laid the brick house. Nice tackle there to bring up fourth down.
I was about to say, it's kind of odd. A guy named Brickhouse laid the lumber that time, but a very nice tackle as Camden was running it out here on the edge. I'm not sure I understand that call, though, based on how things were going for Perryville on that opening drive. They were running the ball so well, straight up the gut between the tackles, and that time they tried to get to the perimeter. That plays into St. Vincent's best asset, the speed that they have defensively. Looks like maybe a punt, but we might also possibly see fourth down conversion here.
Camden is deep as what would be a punter. They try to draw St. Vincent offside. Camden gets it, and he sends it away. And nobody back to return for St. Vincent, and it is going to take a Pirates roll as it's down to the 15-yard line, and that will be where St. Vincent will start their second drive of the game, as both teams trade blows here early on, but neither able to muster much offense. 17 yards on that first drive for PHS, and for St. Vincent, just 5 yards to their credit so far here in the game.
Yeah, not a whole lot going offensively for both sides. This was a 12-7 game a year ago, though. It was a defensive slugfest. Wouldn't be completely shocked if we got that again. That's the way Perryville especially likes to play.
They're going to come out 5 wide, 4 to the right, 1 to the left. Double R is in the shotgun as they set up from their own 15-yard line on 1st and 10. Man in motion is Loppe, and they're going to get it to him on a jet sweep. And he is going to go to the far side and be taken down after a gain of maybe a yard. So a little trickeration there on the way that they got the ball to Loppe, but ultimately the Pirates defense swarming to the ball carrier. Let's take a look at that Pirates defense if we have time. We will not. After this play, we will tell you about the starters for the Pirates. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. It's Loppe in the backfield. In the pistol is Double R, and he's going to hand it off to Loppe, who cuts back to the outside on the far side, and is going to be rattled down after a short gain as he was trying to get to the outside, but he cannot. Another gain of just 1 yard, and Loppe now with just 3 yards on 3 carries. Quick check of the Pirates' defense. That up front, the defensive line, Ian Curry, Clayton Steffens, and Thomas Hayden. The linebackers, Fernando Bajorquez, Dylan Holt, Caleb Gramada, and Matt Mueller. And in the secondary, Carter Dix, Dawson Camden, Evan Doherty, and Ethan Moran as they complete the pass near side, and that's going to be a first down. As they complete the pass to John Wibbenmeyer out in the flat here near side. Wibbenmeyer able to get forward for 10 yards, and it's a first down for St. Vincent.
Yeah, nice job that time. The defense all dropped deep for receivers moving downfield as St. Vincent goes quickly in no huddle, and Wibbenmeyer was open underneath for the easy catch and run.
Trips to the left as Loppe in the backfield. They're going to throw to the hitch near side, and it's complete. Brought in by Caleb Whistler, but he gets dragged down after he picks up 5. So a nice easy hitch route there, Nathan. Like that play on first down, and it's now 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, and St. Vincent right back to the line. They move lightning fast on offense in this no huddle.
Double R in the pistol with Loppy behind him. Trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Double R is going to give it to Loppy up the gut, who runs into a swarm of Pirate defenders. Clayton Steffens right in the middle of it all as the big nose tackle brought down the ball carrier after no gain, and throwing it so far has been good for St. Vincent. On the ground, Nathan, not so much.
Yeah, haven't been able to get anything going, particularly running between the tackles. Perryville definitely has the size advantage up front in this one.
3rd and 5 from their own 35-yard line. Trips to the left in the pistol with Loppy in the backfield. Now in motion, Loppy to the left. Now double R and a whistle before the play as a flag is down. That's our first of the game.
It's going to be a legal motion.
And in legal motion, false start. False start will be the call. It may be on the motion, however, that the false start is called. So,
yeah, Nick Loppy got going. Either Nick Loppy's motion caused a receiver to move early, or he made a movement that was illegal early. Somebody on that far side of the field, they'll flinch, though. Now it becomes 3rd and long again.
3rd down and 10 after the penalty. Trips to the left. They're going to send the man in motion, Loppy, out that direction. One man near side, and that's where they go with the pass, and it's caught. First down as Caleb Whistler on a slant route ran up the field, cut across. 12 yards on 3rd and 10. And it's another St. Vincent Indians, Caldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate first down. And they're right back to the line. Trips to the left. Loppy in the backfield in motion to the left side. That's where they're going to go. Pass in the flat. Loppy with a stiff arm, breaks a tackle, and he's out of bounds. But he picks up 7 yards on the play. Another nice pitch and catch. And St. Vincent in motion here once again.
Yeah, they're not going to slow down. Every little bit of momentum they get, they want to keep rolling here to wear this Perryville defense out early.
They'll go doubles now with 2 receivers to either side. Loppy in the backfield in the pistol formation, and they give it to Loppy up the gut, and he is going to run into one of his linemen and then be dragged down as Thomas Hayden, the junior defensive end for the Pirates, there to trip up the ball carrier. That'll make it now 3rd down and 3.
This becomes a really manageable situation, though, especially for an offense that likes to throw it, because the last 2 third down conversions have not been complex passes. They've had an underneath little bubble screen, basically, and a slant route last time to Whistler.
Trips to the right, one to the left. On the hip of the quarterback in the backfield. They're going to throw near side, and the pass is caught. It's going to depend on the spot, though, to see if it's a first down, and indeed it is. Jesse Robinson caught the pass right on the 45-yard line of the Pirates, and that'll move the chains. Nice 5-yard pitch and catch there. First catch of the night for Robinson, and it's another Caldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate first down. Right back to the line, trips to the left. In the pistol with Loppy in the backfield. Double R is going to get it and give it to Loppy off the far side, and he is going to be dragged down. Excellent defensive play there on the far side as Matt Mueller was there to make a tackle.
Yeah, right now, honestly, the pass game might be the best run game for St. Vincent. Haven't had a lot of success with the traditional run game, but the quick throws are picking up 3 or 4 yards every time, particularly that last 3rd down conversion throw.
6 carries, just 4 yards for Nick Loppy so far. Trips to the left now on 2nd and 10, going in on the 45-yard line. Loppy in motion to the left as Double R is now going to roll out to the right side, and he's got a little arm, and he's going to take off. He gets run out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Big hit on the sideline by Carter Dix. But a nice gain there of 9.5 yards for Double R, as that's the longest run of the game, obviously, for St. Vincent. Sets up a very manageable 3rd and short.
Yeah, nice job. That's the first time he had wide open room, and he finally decided to scramble after having that option a couple different times earlier this drive.
3rd and 1, trips to the left. Double R is going to give it up the gut to Loppy. Head of steam, and he gets the first down. He was met in the hole by Fernando Bojorquez, but no matter, as by the time he was touched, he was already across the line to gain. Longest run for Loppy on a 4-yard grind up the gut, and it's 1st and 10 on the 31. Doubles to either side now. Loppy in the pistol, or Double R in the pistol with Loppy in the backfield. Loppy in the motion to the left. looking there. Now they'll go there. Loppe on the catch. Makes one man miss, spins around, and is brought down after a pickup of 8 on the far side of the field. Dragged down on the play by Caleb Gramad, but a pickup there of 7 yards on first down makes it 2nd and 3.
Brandon, that was the 13th play of this drive. They've had third down 4 different times and converted all of them. They're chewing up a ton of clock and making Perryville's defense work very, very hard here early in the game.
3 minutes left in the first quarter, still scoreless. As Double R back to pass again, they set up a screen near side, but Perryville is right there to sniff it out. As Carter Dix was right on the hip of Jesse Robinson, the intended receiver. Robinson caught the pass, but was dragged down for a loss of about 3 yards on the play. And that'll set up third down at 6.
Yeah, that was too mechanical that time. Fernando Bajorquez knew that was going to be a screen right away after the fake one way that time by Double R.
Big play coming here. Third down and 6, going in on the 27. Trips to the left. Double R back to pass. Got a man over the middle, and it is caught! Touchdown, St. Vincent! Right over the top of everybody, it's Blake Schnurbush who catches the pass from Garrett Double R. And with it, St. Vincent takes the lead. They get the first touchdown of the game, and it's 6-0 here in the first quarter.
15-play drive, 5 different third downs, 5 different conversions, and that one, the first real downfield pass, and a gorgeous job by the quarterback Double R to thread the needle there to his receiver Schnurbush for the TD.
The extra point attempt is up and good. 7-0 St. Vincent here in the first. Quick timeout. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
Robinson Well Drilling and Electric is your water well drilling service in Perryville. For many years, they have provided a variety of services, including water well drilling, pump replacement, pressure tanks, and much more. They have the experience and skill to handle the job with professionalism and courtesy. They stand by the work they do and strive to put their customer satisfaction at the forefront. For the great service you deserve, visit them online at robinsonwelldrill.com or call 573-547-2504. It's Robinson Well Drilling and Electric in Perryville.
Back here on the campus of St. Vincent High School, Brandon Pavlina alongside Nathan Gertz, as it was a 25-yard touchdown pass from Garrett Double R right into the breadbasket of Blake Schnurbush. He is just a lethal threat near the end zone. That is the 6th touchdown pass caught by Blake Schnurbush on the season. First on the team, and it's not even close. Beautiful play right there, Nathan.
Yeah, absolutely. Wrapping up a tremendous 15-play, 5-minute and 33-second drive, 5 third down conversions on that march for St. Vincent into the end zone, and that is your Gilster Mary Lee drive recap.
As a short kick will send the up man out of bounds, and yes, that drive recap brought to you by Gilster Mary Lee, hiring Class A CDL drivers and graduates, benefits and bonuses. Call Mike Welker, 1-800-851-5371. It was a short kick to the near side of the field. It was Fernando Bajorquez who pulled it in, and he immediately ran out of bounds, but it's good starting field position right at the 35-yard line for the Pirates.
Yeah, this is a spot Perryville has just not been in much this year in this 3-1 start. They don't trail. Even though they had some close wins over Fredericktown and DeSoto, they haven't been behind in those games. How do they respond with a deficit, even here in the early stages?
Doherty in the shotgun. He's got Gramont on his hip, and now Blaine Boss is going to call a timeout, and that'll give us a chance to take a McDonald's fast break timeout. McDonald's, where your Egg McMuffin is always made with a freshly cracked egg. Another great reason to wake up to the favorites you love. Quick timeout. McDonald's fast break. We'll be back in a moment on Regional Radio.
What are you doing? Fall is here, and winter is on the way.
This is Dr. Karen Melton at Hearing Care Partners. We hope you don't miss a single thing this sports season. Stop by for a free hearing screening so you'll hear every play and the person sitting right next to you. One of the best parts of the game is chatting with old friends and making new ones. We wish all our local players a safe and healthy sports season. It's Hearing Care Partners. Find us online at hearingcarepartners.com.
Love that song coming back here. We're on the campus of St. Vincent High School. Brandon Pavlina alongside Nathan Gertz on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. St. Vincent with a 7-0 lead over Perryville here in the first quarter. 2:14 left on the clock in quarter number 1. Perryville with possession, 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. Tight wings to either side. Doherty in the shotgun. Straight up the gut, he keeps it, and he gets a nice gain on the first down carry, about 5 yards, maybe closer to 4. But Doherty gets him off and running, and now it's 2nd down and 6.
Very interested to see how Perryville plays this going forward, because Doherty, without his 2 best rushing options, we mentioned this earlier, Drew Hotop and Eli Bierich both having suffered torn ACLs. We wish them the speediest of recoveries, 2 tremendous athletes. He does have a playmaker out there on the edge, I think in Dawson Camden, but total, he's only touched it 8 times from scrimmage.
In the shotgun with tight wings, man in motion, and now a botch snap, and the ball's on the ground, and St. Vincent has it. The snap hit the man in motion, Caleb Gramad, and it immediately fell to the turf, and St. Vincent pounced on it, and they'll take over with possession going in on the 38-yard line.
Yeah, an unlucky break there. They've been using that wing-back motion early, and this time it bit them. I think that was Dylan Holt again on the move, and he just gets in the way of the snap. It knocks the ball down. Nice job up front there by the guys, including Sean Kosher and Gabe Pacou, the big defensive tackles who helped get in there and make a play to fall on that football, and now great field position for the Indians on their next possession.
And actually, I believe it was Charlie Usuri who was the man in motion that knocked the ball out, as now Double R is going to go back to pass on the first play and get pressured, and he's just going to throw it at the feet of Loppy. But yeah, I saw 27 out there in motion, and I was looking on my sheet. I don't have a 27 on my chart, but Charlie Usuri, I believe that's who it was that went in motion, and it's just a guy who's not all that familiar with the offense. You can see him out there talking to Dawson Camden right now. Might have just been some miscommunication on a guy who's not that familiar with running the show. Trips to the left as Double R's in the shotgun with Lappy behind him. Back to pass, Double R pressured, and he's going to be wrapped up and dragged down in the backfield. As right there to pull down the quarterback, Ian Curry and Clayton Steffens, as those two were in on the sack. Flag on the play. We'll see what the call is. It's going to be holding on St. Vincent. And we'll see if they decide to take the penalty or if they just live with the big sack on first down.
Yeah, I feel like you take the sack yardage to set up 3rd and, I guess that would be, no, it would be 3rd and forever, yeah, if you take that sack yardage as opposed to.
Maybe a 3rd and about 15 yards from where the referee's standing here at the 45-yard line. And indeed, they are going to decline the penalty. So that'll make it 3rd down and 14-yard lines, maybe 15. 3rd down at 15, we'll call it, from their opponent's 41-yard line, as Double R is going to try to make something happen here.
This will be another situation, just the 2nd time in this game he's going to be asked to throw the ball vertically downfield.
Double R in the shotgun, back to pass, looking to the far side. Now he pulls it down, goes over the top, ball hangs up, and it's picked off. Evan Doherty on the interception. Back the other way, he's across the 50. And he'll be run down and tackled at the 40-yard line, and a flag on the play as well, as it may have been a late hit out of bounds. So how about that? Nathan, when we were driving up here today, we said, Evan Doherty, your starting quarterback, got to have Coach Boss a little bit nervous to have him playing safety out there, but he hawks down a ball and gets a huge interception for the Pirates.
Well, he got a little help again. The pressure up front from the big 3 there for Perryville. Clayton Steffens, Ian Curry, and Thomas Hayden up in Double R's face on 3rd and long, and he's not really scrambling. He's not looking to try and extend the play much. He's staying in the pocket. The result of that is a forced throw right over the middle to a safety just sitting there waiting for something to drop into his hands. Evan Doherty gets a gift, and a penalty tacked on at the end of that return as well is going to put the Pirates well into deep field position.
Yeah, it was a personal foul on the late hit out of bounds. And so with the penalty, PHS is going to have possession going in on the 25-yard line. Just 25 yards to go to try to tie this one up. 1:05 left here in the first quarter. St. Vincent leading the Pirates 7-0. In the shotgun, it's Doherty, and he's going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's going to be dragged down hard as John Wibbenmeyer came up and laid the lumber on the ball carrier. Nice tackle on first down after a pickup of about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, these two offenses, as the first quarter is winding down, pretty clear problems. Right now for St. Vincent, while they had a great first drive, it was because they were patient and matriculated the ball down the field, trying to take the big shots downfield. It's not there. Coverage is good. Pressure is good from the Perryville defense. But the St. Vincent defense, meanwhile, they are doing an excellent job of shutting Perryville's running attack down. No big plays for the Pirates offensively. Got gifted one on defense now. Good field position. Can you take advantage of it?
Doherty in the shotgun. He's got Gramont on his hip. Man in motion is Holt. They give it to him in the jet sweep. He gets to the outside. He cuts upfield, and he's got a first down and then some down at about around the 10-yard line. A nice gain there of 10 yards. As they get down to the 12, it's another Caldwell Banker Halsey real estate first down, and the Pirates are into the red zone.
Yeah, if they can keep that as a big staple of their offense going forward, some type of motion, some type of sweep around either left or right tackle with those wing backs, that will be the big play we talked about that they've been missing so far offensively. They're going to need it in a big, big way here the rest of the night.
Dylan Holt, 2 carries now, 15 yards as he's done well. Tight wings with one receiver out to the right. Doherty in the shotgun. He's going to hand it to Holt up the gut, and Holt is going to be hit and dragged down after no gain on the play, as right there was Luke Brickhouse on the tackle. He was coupled along with Luke Unterreiner, and that'll do it for quarter number 1 as the clock hits 0. 7-0 to score. St. Vincent with the lead over the PHS Pirates. Timeout. We'll be back for the start of quarter number 2 in this crosstown rivalry matchup. It's the Battle of Perryville here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
Everybody loves Mario's Italia. They serve the best Italian food in the area. Pizza, pasta, salad, sub sandwiches, calzones, and my personal favorite, the stromboli. Huge, large portions with the freshest ingredients. You'll be satisfied with all of their choices. Check out their full menu online at mariositalia.com. Dine in or have it delivered, or have them cater your next special event. Serving lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Mario's Italia, located in the factory at the corner of 1st and A Streets in downtown Farmington.
The Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future.
All right, everyone, let's get this party started. Yeah! McDonald's Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for everyone. Give me back the Filet-O-Fish. Give me that fish. Give me back the
Hey, what kind of music is this? Wait, is that a fish at the DJ booth?
Well, it is a Filet-O-Fish party.
Get McDonald's 10-piece chicken McNuggets, the classic chicken sandwich, or the Filet-O-Fish sandwich, now 2 for $5. At participating McDonald's, single item at regular price. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Limited time only.
Welcome back here just off the campus of St. Vincent High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina alongside Nathan Gertz here in Perryville, Missouri. It's the Battle of Perryville between the PHS Pirates and the St. Vincent Indians. St. Vincent leading 7-0 as we start the second quarter, but Perryville with possession in the red zone. 2nd down and 10, going in on the 12-yard line, trying to tie things up, trailing by 7. Evan Doherty in the shotgun. He's got tight wings and Gramont in the backfield. Man in motion is Holt, and Doherty's going to keep it up the gut, and he is going to be hit hard, and he is going to be taken down. Nick Loppe was there on the tackle, but the first one in there, I believe it was Luke Brickhouse who got a hand wrapped up on the ball carrier. No, it was Charles Sauer who got in there first, and then it was cleaned up on the play by Nick Loppe.
Yeah, now becomes a big situation on 3rd down and 10. We've mentioned it coming out, or we were talking about it before we came out of the break. No pass attempts yet for the Pirates. Interested to see what happens here. Evan Doherty so far this season has thrown for just 285 yards and only completed 43% of his passes. Maybe 4-down territory here, so you might just think about running it anyways.
They've got one-on-one on the far side, and that's where they're going to go. Slant route, but it's not going to be caught as Carter Dix laid out on the slant, but couldn't pull it in. So the incomplete pass will set up 4th down and 10 from the St. Vincent 12-yard line.
Dawson Camden, who does the punting, is also the place kicker, and he's talking with his head coach, Blaine Boss, on the sideline. Very interested to see what the decision would be here. This would be about, that's a 12, so let's say somewhere in the range of about 29 yards for a field goal attempt if you went for it. Very interested to see what Perryville does here. I do think they are just going to go for it, though.
Yeah, as they will split out Dawson Camden to the left and Carter Dix to the right, but now a timeout will be called. And that'll give us a chance to take a quick check out of some Presbyterian Manor stats. We'll see if we can maybe look and see if we have any scores from around the area as well. But here, let's take a check of some stats here through 1 quarter and 1 minute. Presbyterian Manor presents the stats. Presbyterian Manor, the way you want to live. Evan Doherty 0 for 1 through the air, no completions yet. He has run the ball 5 times for 18 yards. Dylan Holt 3 carries, 15 yards. Dawson Camden 2 carries for 1 yard. And so with that, just 34 yards of offense for the Pirates to this point, and squandering perhaps a great opportunity after the big turnover. On the other side, St. Vincent, it's been 72 yards through the air for Garrett R. He's had 3 incompletions, including the interception, but he's completed 9 passes for 72 yards. He's also run the ball once for 9 yards. Nick Loppe has 7 carries for just 8 yards. And Blake Schnurbush, 25 yards receiving on 1 catch and a touchdown. Caleb Whistler, 3 receptions, 21 yards through the air. Jesse Robinson also has 2 catches. Nick Loppe with 2 catches as well. 4th down upcoming as they're going to split 4 receivers out to the left. That's an illegal formation if I've ever seen one. They don't have anyone on the line on the right. But Doherty's going to go back to pass, and now he's just going to take off and run. He's going to try to get to the edge on the far side, but he will not. He will be short of the 1st down to gain, Nathan, and boy, that is a bit of a head scratcher.
Yeah, I think obviously the reason you run all those receivers over to the left side of the field is to load up and block if you're not going to be a passing football team. The result, however, though, is that St. Vincent was pretty well prepared for that. You don't expect them to throw the football. They've probably never seen that formation in their life, so they just kind of assumed at some point Doherty was probably going to keep the football and take off. Well, they did, and they got there.
You had to. You couldn't have possibly thrown out of that formation without it being a penalty because they didn't have a man down on the line on the right side of the formation. You had 4 receivers to the left with 1 of them on the line and then a tailback in the backfield. So you had to run the ball, and St. Vincent knew it. So they'll take over, will the Indians, on their own 7-yard line, 1st and 10, leading 7-0 with 11:04 in the 2nd quarter. And it's going to be a handoff up the gut as right away Loppe gets dragged down as he is finding no running room right up the middle, Nathan. That Perryville front has been really strong.
Really outstanding performance so far from that front group, and I kind of thought coming in, we mentioned this earlier on, it's a big size advantage. The dudes up front for this Perryville defense especially are just a little bit bigger and stronger than what the St. Vincent Indians, a Class 1 team, normally face, tonight facing a Class 3 opponent.
And now R back to pass, rolling to the near side. He's going to throw it, and it is going to be pulled in. No. Oh, yes, complete. I thought I heard incomplete. No, it's complete. Good pitch and catch for 19 yards as Blake Schnurbush with another catch. Boy, how about that, Nathan? 2 catches now for Blake Schnurbush. He's got a touchdown and 44 yards as he's really playing well.
You think that was a 1st down, Indians? I can't tell.
Indeed it was. 1st and 10 now from their own 19. Trips to the right, and they send Loppe in motion. They're going to throw it out to Loppe in the flat. He's got some room, and he's going to be hit right around the 1st down marker. Taken out of bounds by Dawson Camden. We'll see where they mark it if he'll have a 1st down. It's going to be about 9 to 10 yards regardless, and we'll see where they spot it. They've just done that a few times here tonight, Nathan. They're sending trips to one side, putting Loppe in motion out into the flat and just throwing him the ball and letting him work.
They must have seen something on film. He only has 9 catches so far this year, but he's arguably been their primary receiver tonight, as you said, on those swing passes in motion.
3 catches for 23 yards. R now going to hand it off, and some room up the gut now as they cut off the end, and cutting back is Loppe. He has a 1st down on his longest carry of the day. 6 yards on the tote. And that's another Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate 1st down.
Very nice job that time by Loppe to cut back to the outside and find a little space, but then come back to the middle to get the yardage necessary to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, I said up the gut. I was completely wrong. They ran off the outside tackle, and I thought there was some room up the middle, but he cut it outside. And it's 1st and 10 from their own 36, and they're going to hand it off to Loppy again. Now up the gut, he's got room, and he gets dragged down by his face mask as it was Matt Mueller who made the tackle, but he got him up high, and I would imagine that'll be the call after a pickup of about 5 yards.
Yeah, now you're starting to see St. Vincent establish the ground game with Loppy, a big added factor to the threat that they already pose throwing the football. And the last thing you can do defensively on top of that if you're Perryville, make mistakes like they just did there, tackling up high. Face mask is going to tack on another 15 to the end of that play, and here comes St. Vincent marching again. And boy, if they can punch this in to go up 2 scores here, even midway through the second quarter, how big or was that going to Perryville possession going to be where they got the fumble deep in St. Vincent territory, marched down into the 10-yard line, and didn't come away with any points down there in the red zone.
9:43 left in the first quarter. St. Vincent up 7-0. We'll thank some of our sponsors here in just a moment. Double R back to pass in the shotgun. He's got a running back behind him in the pistol. Back to pass near side. They sling it on the slant, and it's caught. John Wibbenmeyer pulls it in. Simple pitch and catch. Picks up 9 yards, and it's 2nd and short.
Yeah, that's the slant route that they ran for a 3rd down conversion to one of their top receivers, Caleb Whistler, on their first touchdown drive, and that time Wibbenmeyer, perhaps their best all-around receiver, gets bodied up, gets position, and makes the catch.
Wibbenmeyer split out left again with trips to the right. Now Schnurbush comes back to the tight side, and they've got him deep. Ball is up, and Schnurbush has it! House call, touchdown! Schnurbush came in motion and ran across right over the top of the defense, and there was no one within 3 yards of him as he leaped into the air to pull down the pass and dove into the end zone, crossing the pylon. Touchdown St. Vincent, and it's 13-0 here in the second.
Boy, you're seeing some Canadian Football League stuff with the men in motion. That time they sent Schnurbush in motion, coming around back into the slot, and the running start allows him to get ahead of steam as he was left wide open, basically on the flag route, running with the flag of the end zone, gets open, perfect throw by Double R for the score.
And the extra point is blocked, so it'll remain 13-0. But how about that? What a play for the long touchdown pass. And Schnurbush now with 2 long touchdown passes to his credit tonight.
How about 7 plays and 93 yards in a little less than 2 minutes there for St. Vincent after grinding out a 15-play drive on their first touchdown march of the game. They were quick strike there, got a little help from that face mask penalty, but still finally hitting another big play over the top. And man alive, Blake Schnurbush, he must have read up on those St. Vincent record books on touchdown catches, because he's continuing to roll around, up to 7 now on the year through the first 5 games.
And so it's 13-0 with 9:06 left in the second quarter. Let's thank some of our sponsors, Alpha Media in Farmington, encouraging you to stop by these fine businesses and thank them for making this broadcast possible. Applebee's in Farmington, Coldwell Banker Halsey in Farmington, Bulls Tractor and Equipment in Farmington, Comtree in Festus, the Doe Run Company in Park Hills, and Dreyer Electric in Frona. As the ball is teed up, and it'll be sent away, as the Pirates will let this one bounce, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and that's not what St. Vincent wanted there, Nathan, but coming off a nice touchdown drive, you can't really complain too much about that.
Yeah, Brendan Mooney, the guy out there doing the place-kicking duties tonight for St. Vincent. Good news is he didn't hit that one too long, so it looks like it might only cost St. Vincent about 10, 15 yards in field position. They're having a discussion about whether or not Perryville wants to accept that field position penalty or perhaps just redo the kick. And yeah, head official is in fact telling everybody to march on back, so we're going to have to redo it here in just a moment. Quick chance to look at the Parkland Healthmark Pharmacy scoreboard to let you know, while this is a non-conference battle between these two crosstown rivals, one couple of league games being played because Perryville is not playing tonight. Actually, they did take the field position, and we'll share those scores with you. Suffice to say, winning so far out of the MAFC White Division, where Perryville is in. You got St. Genevieve, and also it looks like Potosi on top so far tonight.
Man in motion, they're going to hand it off to Ethan Moran, and he has some room on the outside, and he picks up about 4 yards on the first play of the drive. From their own 35-yard line, they get out to the 39, and it's 2nd and 6.
those official scores, by the way, don't want to leave you hanging. It's actually Central all over St. Genevieve in the second quarter, 21-0. You can hear that game on J98. And over in Fredericktown, Potosi leading the Black Cats 14-7 in the second quarter. A complete area scoreboard is coming your way on the Midwest Sports Center halftime show when we're done with the first half here in Perryville.
And that scoreboard check brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy, committed to improving the health of their patients and positively impacting the communities they serve. As Dylan Holt is going to get the handoff on a jet motion, and he is going to be dragged down, short gain of maybe a yard. As still tough going here for the Pirates offense that has just struggled to get much going. Just 45 yards here in the first half with 4 minutes elapsed in the second quarter. 8 minutes remaining in the second.
Down 2 scores near midfield. Obviously, if it's 4th and short, they'd probably go for it. But if you don't get a lot of yardage here on 3rd and 5 from the 40, maybe you still think about it. Maybe you want to play field position and flip it, but the St. Vincent offense is humming. Maybe you want to take some momentum away from them.
As Doherty is back to in the shotgun, and they're going to run a little reverse to Dawson Camden. But St. Vincent was wise to it. Short gain of about 3 yards. It's going to be short of the first down marker. Swarm of St. Vincent defenders in on the tackle. Loppy in there amongst them, along with Jesse Robinson. So it's 4th down and 1 after Dawson Camden on a short gain.
A couple different guys in there for St. Vincent, but John Wibbenmeyer is what kept this a 4th and short. Made a nice stick there on Camden after admittedly some nifty little maneuvering in the backfield there for Perryville. 4th and short, I imagine Doherty's coming right up the gut.
4th and short, Doherty in the shotgun, and yes, he'll keep it himself, and he loses the football, and it's still on the ground. Perryville falls on it, but it's 4th down, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, we learned last week the only guy that can recover the football on a 4th down fumble is the guy who covered it, so anyway you spin it, Perryville with the failure there gives it back to St. Vincent on the other side of midfield. That was the right call on 4th and short, and the right play call giving it to Doherty up the gut. Just got to hang on to the pigskin and unable to do that there.
Yeah, we've seen now that fumble more of a direct result of losing the football. The first one was just a miscommunication on the motion, but now a couple of giveaways by Perryville, albeit that one on 4th down would have turned it over anyway. 4 receivers to the right, 1 to the left as Double R's back to pass. And he's going to go deep over the top, and it's picked off yet again. Evan Doherty skied for the football. Nick Loppy, the intended receiver, but Evan Doherty snuffed that one out, and he pulled it down for a big-time interception. Boy, they needed that right there.
Doherty with his second pick, and again, trying to take that deep shot down the field. Double R not just pulling it down and running, he maybe forces a throw, and the result of that into double coverage is his second turnover of the night. And as you said, a huge sigh of relief for Perryville to just immediately get the football back after the failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, that one certainly a forced pass as Doherty was right over the top of that route. Loppy would have had no chance to win that route with Doherty over the top, but Double R tried to get it in there, and now Perryville with possession once again as they are going to run it right up the gut with Doherty, but he is going to be met and he is going to be dragged down immediately. Gabe Piku right there to drag him down, and he comes up celebrating as the big man with a big-time tackle on 1st down.
Well, I'd imagine the big reason that these games have been so low-scoring the last couple of years is that St. Vincent has great athletes, but in terms of the size factor at the line of scrimmage, they might have been bullied the last couple of years, and that's why you see a big senior like Gabe Piku celebrate like that. A chance to go mano-a-mano with these big Perryville linemen and just mash them and get back there to make a tackle for loss there on 1st down.
Just an awesome crowd on hand here tonight. People lining up every single inch across this field. Doherty back to pass. He looks deep. He's got Dawson Camden, and Camden misses it. Dawson Camden beat Travis Wheeler badly. He had 10 yards, maybe even 15 yards on the defensive back. Ball was right in his lap, and Dawson Camden could not pull it in.
Well, you mentioned all the people here, all those eyeballs were on Dawson Camden. Maybe a little bit of stage fright as he was unable He had that ball in the air so long. We talked about that last week with DeSoto. Maybe he was thinking about it. Couldn't hang on. Had to show a touchdown. Instead, now it's third down.
Boy, that is a tough break for a Perryville team that has just struggled offensively tonight. That would have been a surefire house call. Now Doherty back to pass. They throw it to Dix on the far side. He breaks a tackle, and he's through. He may be gone. One man to beat. Spins him around. Back and forth he goes, and he breaks the tackle. He's gone. Touchdown, Carter Dix. How about that? Oh, but wait. A flag is down back at the 20-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
When it's all the way back there, that's going to be an illegal block. And, yeah, it's coming back. Man, Carter Dix, a perfectly executed screen pass, and he broke a couple tackles to boot. A heck of a play, but an execution mistake again for Perryville. This time trying to free him up with the blocking is going to wipe out. Back-to-back huge passing plays for an offense that just doesn't make many passing plays, period, that would have been touchdowns. Neither of them work out for Perryville. Big missed opportunities there here in the second quarter.
So the first one, an incomplete pass, wipes away what would have been a 90-yard touchdown. There, you complete the pass. Carter Dix makes some unbelievable moves in the open field. He goes 90 yards into the end zone, and it comes back. Boy, that is a back-breaker here in the first half. Chasing 13 points, 13-0 St. Vincent leads Perryville with back-to-back backbreakers. And now it'll be third down and 11 from their own 10-yard line. Doherty in the shotgun. He's got Gramada at his hip. Doubles to the right, and now they're going to run speed option. And no, it's actually Usiri, and he gets the pitch out to the outside. A couple of yards there, but not much. And actually, yeah, it was Fernando Bajorquez. It was not Usiri who got the ball. I have seen 27 running around out there a little bit, but that time Bajorquez on the outside. He gets dragged down, short gain, and as a result, fourth down and 8, and that's going to bring out the punting unit. So a short gain on third down and long. Now it's fourth and long. Dawson Camden back to send it away, and a great punt as that one gets out to the 45, but it's fielded, and the tackle on the play, a dandy at that, as Mason Light, the freshman, was back there to receive the punt, and he made a couple of nice moves. Nathan, if that young man's a freshman, I'll tell you what, that is a big-bodied young man for a freshman. 37 right there.
He's skinny and short enough I could see him being a freshman.
Well, wait a minute. I'm short. I don't know about short. He's got some height. I'll give you skinny, but that is a young man. If he can fill out, that is going to be a dangerous player going forward.
I was about to say he's still well built for his age, though, and he certainly looks like he's going to be a vital piece of the future of St. Vincent football, perhaps a lead back like one Nick Loppy is nowadays for the Indians.
So a nice return on the punt. Now from the opponent's 35, Double R back to pass. Deep he goes, and it's caught! Touchdown, St. Vincent! John Wibbenmeyer, a 35-yard touchdown strike through the air from Garrett Double R. And they now lead by 3 scores. It's 19-0 pending the extra point.
Boy, they've been looking deep all night long. They love taking shots, and it's a matter of if Double R gets protection, and if they find the seams in the zone. That time, they found it. John Wibbenmeyer coming wide open on the post route, and Double R throws a gorgeous deep ball. He can flat spin that magic beam. Despite the 2 picks, 3 touchdowns tonight. Now makes it a 3-score game.
That was a dandy right there, fitting that one in a tight window. As the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 20-0 the score now here in the second quarter. It's a 35-yard touchdown strike from Garrett Double R to the junior John Wibbenmeyer. That's his second receiving touchdown of the year. Yes, Nathan, 3 touchdowns through the air now on the night for Double R, and he's got 176 yards through the air in the first half.
Yeah, and he's got plenty of time to make those 2 interceptions a very quickly forgotten memory here, as this has just been an outstanding performance for St. Vincent. We mentioned this was a 12-7 game a year ago. They did win a little bit of a shootout 2 years ago against Perryville. I think it was 48-28 on their home field. So I guess you come right next to beautiful St. Vincent de Paul Catholic Church in Perryville and you get a good old-fashioned shootout. And so far, at least for the Indian offense, it's clicking on all cylinders. Big missed opportunities for PHS. We'll see what the Pirates do here with about 5 minutes left in the first half.
They will receive the second half kickoff, so you got to try to strive and put some points on the board here to end the half if you're the Pirates. They have 5 minutes and 7 seconds on the game clock here remaining in the second. As it'll be sent away, back deep to return, Dawson Camden. And they will send this one near side, and it's going to go out of bounds again. And so that'll give the Pirates great starting field position with 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the second quarter. Perryville trailing 20-0. Let's thank a couple of sponsors here quickly. As Told Packaging in Perryville, Fleegs Equipment in Leadington and St. Genevieve, Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, Gateway Region YMCA in St. Louis, Gifford Lumber in Farmington, Gilster Mary Lee in Perryville, and Hearing Care Partners in Farmington. So 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Perryville still with very little offense to speak of, just 51 yards of offense so far. Although, signs of life, Nathan, they had chances on the last drive.
About 180 yards of offense between two plays that got wiped out. So that's the good news. And you can see the St. Vincent defensive coaches before this series telling their guys, hey, calm down. There's a lot of ball game left, and you almost got beat big time on the last drive. Got to make plays still.
Doherty in the shotgun, the man in motion, Usuri, but getting drilled and taken down in the backfield is Doherty. Luke Unterreiner with the big-time tackle for loss in the backfield. And that'll go ahead and be our Patsy's Furniture pile-up of the game. Patsy's Furniture, you'll love to shop at Patsy's. What a play, Nathan.
Unterreiner, the underminer there, undermining that play. No chance for Doherty trying to keep that. That's one of those where the end blows it up so well on the read option with the speed man in motion. Even if you give it, he's going to get ankle tackled and brought down for a loss.
Second down and 11. They spread it out wide, doubles to either side, running back in the backfield. Usuri, the man in motion. They run a reverse to Dylan Holt. He tries to get to the outside, but he cannot. Nick Lappy, in there on the tackle as he got to the edge and set the edge. And Holt had nowhere to go. And it's another loss of yardage, make it a loss of 2.
And another third and long for a Pirate offense that doesn't do a whole lot of downfield passing. Unfortunately, they might have wasted their one big downfield shot off play action on the deep throw to Dawson Camden that he wasn't able to hang on to. So be interested to see what they draw up here on third and long.
3:45 left in the second quarter. Doubles to either side, Usuri in motion. Doherty back to pass. He goes deep over the top. Carter Dix pulls it in. At the 40-yard line, he gets hit, and he picks up about 5 or 6 more yards on the play. Making a gain there of 34 yards as Doherty and Dix connect on the long connection, and they needed that one desperately.
0 for 4 on third down before that one. You're dead on. And finally, I guess I had to eat my own words. They took their deep shot there, got Carter Dix one-on-one, perfectly thrown ball by Doherty. Now a little life for your offense.
DB's got to wake up out there because they've gotten beat a few times here lately. Doherty with doubles again, Usuri in the motion to the near side. And they go back again to Dawson Camden, and he makes the catch! He rips it away from the defensive back, and what an unbelievable fight for the football that Dawson Camden comes away with the victory on. Touchdown, touchdown, Perryville.
Yeah, and pass interference to boot on that gets declined, obviously, because Dawson Camden, that right there is a straight-up wrestling match, and Dawson Camden just stone-cold Steve Austin, his defensive back, muscling his way on that jump ball to make the catch for the score.
32-yard touchdown strike through the air as Evan Doherty and Dawson Camden connect with a huge play. Back-to-back huge plays as Perryville now on the board. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 20-7 the score now, with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the second quarter. Boy, they needed that in the worst possible way, Nathan. And now let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back in just a moment on Regional Radio.
Fall is here and winter is on the way. This is Randy from Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington, and we're always ready to help you get what you need no matter what the season may be. Plumbing, electrical, hardware, lumber, tools, and so much more. Stop by and see us. Check the Makita, Yeti, and Traeger grill inventory. We're Gifford Lumber Company, and we're hometown proud. Located on Batosi Street in Farmington.
Gifford Lumber Company in Farmington, hometown proud.
Clarissa, what are you doing with those prices now?
Jason the Hayes made, and now I'm making deals.
Are you really offering 10% off on all Spartan mowers?
Yep. Get this. Right now, customers can get a Massey Ferguson tractor as low as $167 a month.
That's a real deal. Okay then, I'm making a deal. Right now, get a Massey Ferguson 1723 backhoe for $232 a month.
I see you and cut you a Woods cutter 15 foot for just $17.5. It's heavy duty and cuts 3-inch material. Beat that, Mower Mouse.
I can't, Queen of the Green. That's a really good deal. All that really matters is that our customers get the best name brand equipment, not some knockoff. And that's what we do here. Fleegs Equipment, Highway 32 in St. Genevieve, and at the Leadington exit also. Online, 24/7 at fleegs.com.
Here in the second quarter. It was a short kick on the ensuing kickoff that was fielded cleanly by St. Vincent, and on the opening play of the drive, a 6-yard carry by Lappy as St. Vincent goes to work. Now 2nd down and 4 right at the 50-yard line. Double R back to pass with doubles to either side. Looking near side. Pass is caught. Boy, that's a pretty shocking call there. I thought that one hit the ground, but it's another great catch by Blake Schnurbush, that time for 20 yards.
I gotta completely disagree. I thought Schnurbush did an outstanding job on that out route to get his hands underneath the football there and hold on to that one to pick up another Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate first down.
And actually only about 12 yards on that one, as it's now 1st and 10 from the 38. And they're going to hand it off to Lappy, far side. He goes, and he is hit, and a flag comes in. As the first one there was Ethan Moran. He slowed him down, then Camden dragged him down on the far side. We'll see what the penalty is.
It's going to be a holding against St. Vincent that will back them up there, as that one, I think the head official threw it, and so he made the call right away, and that will back the Indians up there. Perimeter running from Lappy is something we haven't actually seen a whole lot of. We saw more of it and a couple of touchdown drives there for the Indians, and they're starting to get more going with the ground game right now, but nothing doing that time, unfortunately, as the penalty will back them up.
So for Blake Schnurbush now, 4 catches, 88 yards. It's an average of 22 per, and 2 touchdowns on the night, as he is making a case to be the Applebee's of Farmington player of the game. Double R in the shotgun. He's got, it's Unterreiner on his hip. Trips to the left, he rolls that direction. He's going to throw near side, and it's going to come and be caught by Sean Harold, his first catch of the night. And he gets taken down after a pickup there of about 6 yards. And it's 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Luke Unterreiner is somebody you'll see used occasionally as a runner. Has just about 78 yards rushing, so give Lappy a little bit of a blow as he's been out there for almost every snap on offense and defense.
Clock winds down to 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 20-7, St. Vincent leads. They're going to hand it off to Unterreiner, and he is going to be tripped up and taken down as a nice play right on the line by Chris Ernst, who was able to get a hand on the ball carrier and trip him up. Clock continues to run now, 1:45 left in the second quarter.
I think you're in no rush if you're St. Vincent deep on the other side of midfield. Try to get another touchdown and get yourself that 3-score lead back heading into halftime.
So it's 3rd and 4. As Unterreiner goes in motion to the far side. They got trips to that side. Double R back to throw. He tries to get the wheel route to Unterreiner, but it's not going to be caught, and a big hit at the end of the play by Dawson Camden as he laid the lumber on the intended receiver up the far side, Unterreiner, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, 0 for 2 on 3rd downs now for St. Vincent ever since that first touchdown drive when they went an astounding 5 for 5 as part of a 15-play march. But obviously that was 3rd and manageable. You have an opportunity to take your shot, and now just beyond the 30-yard line of your opponent, you can obviously, without a place kicker or a big-time deep field goal kicker, go ahead and go for this on 4th down. They're going to take a timeout to talk it over and discuss what they want to do.
Timeout. We will take one, too. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
When it comes to choosing a pharmacy that can give you exceptional customer service and the best prices, you need to visit Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Bigger stores don't always mean bigger savings. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy is a preferred provider for many insurance plans, including TRICARE and SilverScript, and our employees work hard at making sure you receive the best prices possible. It's time to step out of the line and come see us in Deloge, Fredericktown, Ironton, and Farmington. Parkland Health Mart is your first choice for excellent customer care.
Champions are made here. On our courts, on our fields, and in our classrooms. Why settle for ordinary when you could be part of greatness? Mineral Area College. Become a Cardinal today.
Minute 20 remaining here in the second quarter. St. Vincent with the ball as they're driving, but it's 4th down. 4th and 4, going in on the 30-yard line. Double R in the shotgun. He's got doubles to either side. Back to pass, looking over the top, and it's caught. Right around the 21-yard line. It's to John Wibbenmeyer. Right on the near sideline. A pickup there of 9 yards, make it 10. And the drive continues.
Yeah, nice little curl out here to the near sideline to get the receiver downfield beyond the sticks, and then Wibbenmeyer sits down and makes the catch on the jump ball thrown up there by Double R.
22 passes in the first half as Double R now eclipses the 200-yard mark on the night already. He's back to pass again. Far side they go. Flag comes in, pass is incomplete. But the flag comes down right around the offensive line on the near side. We'll see what the call is.
Randy out route there to the receiver, and that one just off his hands, and it's not going to matter as holding is again called. Mentioned this earlier, Perryville with a size advantage up front. They're a little bit just bigger, and as a result, the St. Vincent offensive line has had some of their struggles in the second quarter especially, is where they've started to hold and grab a little bit. Good news is their offense has hit enough big plays it hasn't necessarily hurt them.
Let's thank a couple of our sponsors, Home Pools and Spas in Leadington, Jefferson College in Hillsboro, Lucas Smith in Festus, Mario's Italia in Farmington. And a big thanks to Mario's Italia, always supplying the pizza on Fridays. Very delicious pizza at that. 1st down and 23 now from the 34. 60 seconds remain in the second quarter. Double R back to pass with trips to the right, and he gets pressured and he gets dragged down. As on the sack, it's Ian Curry, his second sack of the year, and that'll make it 2nd down and forever, and I'll imagine that St. Vincent will start to chew up some clock.
Yeah, said it in pregame. Got to get pressure on the quarterback that ends in hits and sacks, and there's Curry bringing down Double R before he can scramble and make a play. Double R, kind of an added dimension as this is our first time seeing him. We said PHS was going to get a lot of pressure. He's a pocket passer, hasn't moved around a lot. Sitting duck there, gets brought down.
Timeout St. Vincent. We'll take 1-2. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
Let's check in with Josh Harris now, the owner of Midwest Sports Center in Farmington and in Poplar Bluff. In addition to having a great selection of on-the-road, off-the-road, and on-the-water vehicles, Josh, you also have great financing, don't you?
We do. You know what? If you're looking for great financing, we got rates as low as 0%. If you've had a few bumps on the road of life, we can take care of you on financing there. We've got financing for everyone. Payments as low as $99 a month on four-wheel drive ATVs right now. See us at 124 Walker Drive, Farmington.
Hi, this is Brad Smith at your home with the No Bull Deal, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center. What is the No Bull Deal? It's simple. It's a deal no other Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, or Jeep dealer offers. Sure, you can shop around, but we're confident that you will come home to our way of doing business. We take the nationally advertised programs one step further and offer you the lowest locally advertised price, and we guarantee it. So whether you see us first or see us last, we are the dealer that will give you the best No Bull Deal and service anywhere. We are Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus, or check us out at lucasmith.com.
We're back here on the campus of St. Vincent. 36 seconds left in the half. Double R back to pass far side. It hangs up, and Dawson Camden with the pick. And he's going back the other way. He might take it to the house. On the far sideline, he gets hit down hard and right around the 25-yard line, and that hit has Camden a little bit shaken up on the far sideline as he was hit hard on the play by Luke Brickhouse. Camden still down on that far sideline, and boy, that would be the last thing Perryville would need at this stage. Another injury to a key player. Camden with an unbelievable play there, Nathan, on a comeback route. He jumped the route, knew what the receiver was running, and managed to come back to the ball and make the play.
Yeah, really terrific job that time to get there to the football on another longer developing throw. A lot of these curls, out routes, and kind of hook routes that St. Vincent runs, unfortunately, the ball hangs up in the air for a real long time. So if you run it real deep, it's got to get to the receiver in a hurry. Otherwise, there's an opportunity for that, as we saw right there. Camden to jump in front and record the third interception for the Pirate defense.
Injury timeout. We'll take one too. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
For years, the staff at Farmington Presbyterian Manor have dedicated ourselves to providing our community the best independent living, assisted living, skilled nursing, memory care, and short-term rehab. We are proud to be part of the Parkland community and provide the quality health care you deserve. Call 573-756-6768 today and schedule a visit to find out more about Farmington Presbyterian Manor.
Hi, this is Jamie.
And I'm Chris with Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills.
Take advantage of our everyday low prices, where prices are always 50% off MSRP. From home decor to living rooms, bedrooms, dining room sets, stop by and check out our inventory and already low prices.
We have 4 different types of financing available.
And remember, the military always receive a discount at Patsy's Furniture. You'll love to shop at Patsy's.
Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills.
As the Perryville Pirates on the first play from scrimmage, they flip it out wide to Caleb Grimaud. Nobody was home, and he takes it in for a touchdown. 25-yard strike through the air, and with it, the Perryville Pirates are now down by just a touchdown here in the second quarter. Boy, talk about changing the complexity of this game quickly. As it's now 20-3, 20-13, pending the extra point. It's up and it's good as Dawson Camden puts it through the uprights, and it's now 20-14 with just 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Boy, how about that? That is as quick of a change in the game as you're going to find. You get the interception. You're driving down the far sideline. You go ahead and flip up a pass that gets picked off and taken about 50 yards back the other way. And on one play, you get it out of the flat, and your running back takes it all the way in for a touchdown. Just 3 pass completions now in the first half. But they've racked up 91 yards on those 3 completions, and they've scored 2 touchdowns. So the ground game not really working out so far. 48 yards on the game for the Perryville Pirates. But through the air, having a lot of success here as of late. 17 seconds remain in the first half. And it's now just a 1-score game as they're going to send it away, and it's going to be taken in on the far side by Mason Light, and he is going to be hit and taken down. As on the play, it's Devin Lupfar who makes the tackle. 12 seconds now left here in the second quarter. And with that much time left, I would imagine that after the interception on the last drive where they had possession and had a chance to just essentially run the clock out to halftime, I'd imagine they play this one a little safer. As St. Vincent will indeed trot out in the victory formation, and so they are just going to take a knee and send it to halftime. And, oof, a little bit too aggressive there by that Pirate defense as they attack the line on the kneel down. Don't need to be doing that. Don't want to risk anybody getting hurt. Clock hits 0. We've hit halftime. As in the blink of an eye, this has become a ball game. The St. Vincent Indians lead this one, but only by a touchdown. 20-14 the score as we hit halftime. And we'll send it back for the home, or actually no, we'll send it back for the Midwest Sports Center halftime show. We'll be back from St. Vincent High School here in Perryville on Regional Radio.
Family, health, home. Comtree has been a leader in providing health care to you and your family for over 45 years. What started as mental health services has expanded to dental care, primary care, and many community services. We are your home for health care. We invite you to join the Comtree family tree. Call 877-COMTREE or visit us online at comtree.org to schedule an appointment. Welcome to our family tree.
All of my employees who also eat, play, work, live, and shop local. Jefferson County is their home too. Why drive for miles when you can buy what's right here in your backyard? All we ask at Lucas Smith Chrysler is to give us the chance to earn your business. Please shop local and remember, Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus.
Welcome back into the Midwest Sports Center halftime show on Regional Radio. Andy Humphrey with you inside the Regional Radio studios as we take a look at scores around the listening area tonight. Halftime right now between St. Pius and Herculaneum, and so far it is all Pius as they got on the board early in the first quarter.
On this drive, here comes play number 10. They've run the football the entire time. They're going to stack the box. No single wide out. I formation offset, handoff to Lampros. Lampros over the left gap. Falls forward over a defender and crosses the goal line. And St. Pius on Herculaneum's homecoming night strikes first with a 5-yard touchdown run by Noah Lampros.
And that made it 7-0 after the PAT. Then St. Pius added on after that.
Oh, no, they're going to call him down at the 1, so scratch that. No touchdown. First down and goal for the Lancers at the Herky 1. Squatting under center, Fisher hands it off right side, and a mass of players into the end zone. Touchdown going to the St. Pius Lancers. So Nate Rubel gets the score, and one play after the 39-yard grab by Josh Rubel. The Lancers punching in from 1 yard out. They lead 13-0 with 48 seconds to play in the first quarter.
They were not done as they went to the second quarter and added on even more.
And I think we're going to have I don't know what that was. Anyway, a punt, low line punt, caught near midfield by the Lancers. And that is Josh Rubel coming across the 30, slipping a tackle at the 20 to the 10 to the 5. He's got the end zone, and that's a touchdown for the Lancers. How about that punt return for a TD? He took it between the hashes from around the 49, sprinted towards the Black Cat sideline, broke one tackle, slipped another, and easily into the end zone for 6, and the Lancers go up 20-0.
So the Lancers have had their way so far in Herculaneum. 28-0, they lead it at halftime. Again, that's on AM 1400 KJEF radio this evening. Other scores around the area also in Jefferson County. DeSoto with a big lead over Festus at halftime, 24-7. They are tied at half in Fredericktown as the Black Cats and Potosi Trojans are locked up 14-14. And the Kennett Indians up on North County by a score of 33, to nothing. And that one being played in Kennett already in the second quarter there. We'll have more Midwest Sports Center halftime show after this on Regional Radio.
Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate has been the trusted real estate advisor for over 60 years in the Mineral area. Hi, I'm Kim Hudson, owner of Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. No one has helped more people buy or sell real estate in our community than the agents at Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate. We are proud of the community in which we live and serve. Contact us today for all your real estate needs. Find us on Facebook or online at coldwellbankerhalsey.com. Coldwell Banker Halsey, we would love to be your realtor.
The Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future.
Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, Missouri invites you to come on down and let us help you find your next vehicle. Purchasing a car, SUV, or truck can be an overwhelming experience. The Gateway crew will help you find the right vehicle for your personal or family needs. We offer 24-month or less, no-interest loans for qualified buyers. Come on down to 509 Lincoln Drive and let us help you find a reliable vehicle that fits your wallet.
Welcome back on the Midwest Sports Center halftime show on Regional Radio. Andy Humphrey with you inside the Regional Radio studios as it's halftime now on the MyMo Info sports stream between St. Vincent and the Perryville Pirates. And back and forth those two teams have gone. After stalled drives for both teams in the first quarter, St. Vincent got on the scoreboard first with Garrett Doublear, the quarterback, connecting with Blake Schnurbush.
Doublear back to pass. Got a man over the middle, and it is caught. It's Blake Schnurbush who catches the pass from Garrett Doublear, and with it, St. Vincent takes the lead. They get the first touchdown of the game, and it's 6-0 here in the first quarter.
7-0 after the extra point. Second quarter, that same duo created another long touchdown for St. Vincent.
Now Schnurbush comes back to the tight side, and they've got him deep. Ball is up, and Schnurbush has it. House call touchdown. Schnurbush came in motion and ran across right over the top of the defense, and there was no one within 3 yards of him as he leaped into the air to pull down the pass and dove into the end zone, crossing the pylon. Touchdown St. Vincent, and it's 13-0.
PAT was blocked, so it remained 13-0 St. Vincent. Later that quarter, Indians extended their lead. Doublear threw for his third score, this time to John Wibbenmeyer.
Now from the opponent's 35, Doublear back to pass. Deep he goes, and it's caught! Touchdown, St. Vincent! John Wibbenmeyer, a 35-yard touchdown strike through the air from Garrett Doublear. And they now lead by 3 scores. It's 19-0.
20-0 Indians after the PAT. Perryville finally got on the board with just over 3 minutes left in the half, thanks to a pass from Evan Doherty and an impressive catch from Dawson Camden.
Doherty with doubles again. Ussery in the motion to the near side. And they go back again to Dawson Camden, and he makes the catch. He rips it away from the defensive back, and what an unbelievable fight for the football that Dawson Camden comes away with the victory on. Touchdown Perryville.
That made it 27 St. Vincent, and then right before half, Perryville scored again, so it is 20-14 at halftime in that crosstown rivalry at St. Vincent High School. And we will be going back out to J98's game, Central and St. Genevieve, the Rebels with a big 24-0 lead there. We will go back out to third quarter action after this break, and we'll continue the Midwest Sports Center halftime show on all other stations here on Regional Radio.
In loving memory of Dennis Fleeg, may many blessings be with everyone here tonight. Best wishes to both St. Genevieve and Central football teams for a safe and fun game. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. James 1:12. Remember, peace starts with you and me. God bless the family of Dennis Fleeg.
The Doe Run Company, providing the minerals and metals we need to power our future.
Are you ready for an exciting new career that offers job security, flexibility, and independence? Rankin Technical College in Perryville is now accepting student applications for a 5-week CDL training class. The Gilster Mary Lee Corporation will provide the necessary funding for program training. If your application is approved, you'll receive a benefits package which includes miles paid by the hub, paid downtime, unloading allowances, vacation, Christmas, and holiday bonuses, plus insurance. Call Mike Welker at 800-851-5371.
Have you ever misplaced your debit card and worried while you try to find it? Hi, Paul Hale here at New Era Bank, and our new app offers Secure Swipe. Secure Swipe allows you to turn your debit card on or off from the convenience of your cell phone. While your card is off, you have the safety of knowing that no one can access your account from your debit card. Download our new app today and get this and many other new features. Call or visit any of our locations to get more information, or visit our website at www.newerabank.com. New Era Bank, member FDIC.
From mailboxing to packing, the UPS Store does everything for small business, including printing. Because running your own business means you're also in charge of marketing and promoting. And our printing experts can help with professional business carding, menuing, postering, all the ings to get people, well, buzzing. The UPS Store. Every ing for small business. And of course, shipping.
Hi, this is Jim, owner of the UPS Store in Festus. Look for us soon at our new location at 650 North Creek Drive next to Tiger Express Car Wash.
And welcome back on the Midwest Sports Center halftime show on Regional Radio. Halftime between St. Central and St. Genevieve. They're just getting the third quarter underway on J98 right now. Let's tell you how they got to half, though, as midway through the first quarter, Central quarterback Dylan Corcoran connected on a long pass play to Blake Bolin. That allowed Gage Mannion to punch it in from short distance.
And we'll see where this first and goal play goes. Up the middle they go, and into the end zone for a touchdown. The handoff went to Gage Mannion. Mannion and Welch both back there. They go quick to Gage Mannion up the middle. 4 touchdowns last week. Here's another one, and Central leads 6-0 here in quarter number 1 with 5:10 left in the opening frame.
7-0 after the PAT. Rebels quickly added to that lead on the first play of the second quarter.
They've got Mannion, they've got Welch, they've got Johnson all in the backfield with Corcoran. First and goal from the 1. Handoff goes Johnson's way. Johnson pushes forward, and he is in. A touchdown, Trevor Johnson. It has been a good night tonight for Trevor Johnson, the senior, the third running back on the depth chart. And Johnson, a touchdown, 13-0 Central, 11:57 left in the second quarter as the Rebels lead by 2 scores.
14-0 after the extra point. Central stopped St. Genevieve again on offense, then took over in their own territory, and it didn't take long for Mannion to double up on his own scoring.
Handoff will go to Mannion. Mannion's got some running room on the right side. Can he get the corner? Yes, he can! To the 40, to the 30, to the 20. No one will catch Gage Mannion. It's a touchdown! 60 yards. Gage Mannion runs it all the way in on the first play of the drive. 20-0 Central. A big lead for Park Hills here on the road.
21-0 lead after that PAT. They led 24-0 after a late field goal right before the end of the first half, and they are in the third quarter right now. You can catch the game on J98. Other scores around the listening area tonight: 24-7 lead for the DeSoto Dragons over the Festus Tigers. Valley Catholic up 48-6 at halftime on Grandview, and it is halftime between Hillsborough and Windsor. 13-7 lead for the Hawks over the Owls. More Midwest Sports Center halftime show after this on Regional Radio.
Dear movers and shakers, we know how you roll, and we're with you. We're with you on the tarmac or terrain. In the 2019 RAV4 Adventure, Limited, and Hybrid models. We're with you in the comfy Highlander with seating for up to 8 and advanced safety features standard. We're with you in the sharp 2019 Toyota Camry with its available cockpit red leather seats. And we're with you in the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla, loaded with attitude and the latest tech. We're with you. Let's go, Toyota. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See Twin City Toyota I-55 at the Herculaneum Auto Mall exit. Don't think twice, think Twin City.
Everybody's going home, pool and spa.
For you in-ground pool owners, it's that time again. Yes, time's near to close your pool. The leaves will be falling soon enough. Hi, I'm Jason DeClue, owner of Home Pools and Spas. We're taking reservations for pool closings. We'll save you a lot of work. If a problem exists in your pool when it's closed, it will still be there come spring, only worse. Let us do the job for you. Home Pools and Spas on the outer road just south of Ludington exit.
This fall, commit to yourself and join the YMCA. Pay no joining fee in September, saving up to $100. Whether you're looking to get healthy, make new friends, or spend more time together as a family, the Y will help you succeed. Enjoy group exercise and water fitness classes for free. Try pickleball, swim in the pool, or walk on the indoor track. Take advantage of our free wellness consultations, fantastic personal training options, free child watch for household members, and so much more. Call 636-931-9622, visit gwrymca.org, or stop by the Y today.
Back on the Midwest Sports Center halftime show one final time on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. We'll get you back out to Perryville real quick as the Pirates and Indians squaring off. The Indians with the lead 20-14 there. Let's tell you about what's going on AM 800 KREI, however, as the Farmington Knights are leading big over the Poplar Bluff Mules 35-7. Took nearly no time at all for Farmington's Braden Bodkin to find the end zone.
They give us to Bodkin again, and this time Bodkin breaks a tackle and cuts to the right side. He's outside of the hashes to the 20, to the 10. Braden Bodkin, 2 carries, and he's in the end zone. A 35-yard touchdown run, and the fullback, a little rumble, and a homecoming touchdown. And the Knights on top, 6-zip, 11-11 remaining in the first quarter.
7-0 lead for the Knights after the PAT, but the Mules had a quick answer as Austin Tinsley broke into the open.
3rd and 1 for Poplar Bluff. Austin Tinsley off tackle left side. Oh, he's through, and nobody's going to catch him. Blasted through a hole, and he'll take it all the way to the end zone. A 52-yard run for Austin Tinsley.
That made it 7-7, and then after that, Farmington broke the tie with Royce Harris punching it in on a goal to go down in the second quarter.
Files back under center. 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. The pitch is to Harris. Harris cuts back, slams his way into the end zone. Touchdown Farmington. And the Knights break back on top. 13-7, 8:21 remaining here in the second quarter play.
14-7 Knights after the PAT, and then later that quarter, Bodkin extended the Farmington lead even more.
The give is to Bodkin up the gut. He breaks a tackle, breaks his second tackle, slams his way forward to the 20, stomps his way to the 15, blasts his way to the 10, to the 5. Braden Bodkin showing you everything. A 32-yard touchdown run. Slamming over would-be tacklers, breaking back and forth, and sprinting into the end zone.
2 more touchdowns for the Knights before halftime, and they lead at 35-7. Third quarter's now underway on AM 800 KREI. You can tune into that, and you can also stay right here on the MyMo Info Sports Stream. We'll get you back out to Perryville after this. Again, a 20-14 lead for St. Vincent over the Perryville Pirates. The second half coming up after this on the MyMo Info Sports Stream.
Whatever your educational goals are, you can achieve them at Jefferson College. With caring faculty, convenient locations, and award-winning academic programs, your future is Jefferson College's focus. To learn more, call 636-797-3000 or visit jeffco.edu for a complete list of degrees and programs. Enroll now.
For higher education, for higher expectations, Jefferson College and you.
When it's all said and done, what really matters? For Serenity Hospice Care patient Jack, hospice isn't about giving up. It's not about the end. It's about right now. It's about spending precious time with the people we love.
Come on, Grandpa.
And the little moments that create lasting memories. It's focusing on what's important to you and remembering life is beautiful in all stages.
Welcome back here just off the campus here of St. Vincent High School in Perryville, Missouri. I'm Brandon Pavlina alongside Nathan Gertz as we get set for the second half of action, and we've got a ball game on our hands as the Perryville Pirates scored a couple of touchdowns there late in that first half to make it a one-score game. 20-14 is our score. St. Vincent leads Perryville. And let's take a look at some of our first half statistics brought to you by Presbyterian Manor. The way you want to live, FarmingtonPresbyterianManor.org. For the Perryville Pirates, Evan Doherty Starting quarterback has just 3 completions. He's 3 for 5, but he's got 91 yards on those 3 completions and 2 touchdowns. One a 32-yard strike and one a 25-yard strike. He's having a nice day at the office at the end of that first half. He's also carried the ball 9 times for 23 yards. Dawson Camden with 3 carries for 4 yards. Ethan Moran, 1 carry, 4 yards. Fernando Bajorquez, 1 carry, 3 yards. Dylan Holt, 5 carries for 14 yards. 48 total rushing yards in that first half for Perryville. And then on the receiving end, Carter Dix with a 34-yard catch. Dawson Camden with a 32-yard touchdown catch. And Caleb Grimmaud with a 25-yard touchdown catch. And for the St. Vincent Indians, they were throwing the ball around the yard as they usually do. And Garrett Double R, he had 3 touchdowns through the air, and he went 18 for 23, 3 interceptions, 203 yards in the first half through the air for Garrett Double R. What a first half through the air. That is impressive stuff right there. He also has 9 yards on 1 carry. Luke Unterreiner has 2 yards on 1 carry. Nick Loppe has 18 yards on 10 carries. And on the receiving end, it's Blake Schnurbush, who has 88 yards on 4 catches and 2 touchdowns. And John Wibbenmeyer, 4 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown. A handful of other players with some catches. Caleb Whistler, 3 catches, 21 yards. That'll do it for your first half stats. As we get set for the start of the second half, Nathan, what are you expecting to see here in the second half from both of these teams? Perryville now just a score down.
Well, and they're going to get the football as well here to start the second half, so very interested to see what the Pirates will do with it offensively as they've started to have some success through the air. Also interested to see how Garrett Double R performs. You mentioned it was a big first half with 3 major exceptions. He threw 3 real costly interceptions in that first half. Otherwise, who knows how many points the St. Vincent offense piles up. Interested to see what he does in the second half. We mentioned this. Good athlete. He just doesn't want to scramble, though. He stands in the pocket, and as a result, sometimes he'll force the football. Be interested to see if maybe he tries to tuck it and run more here to avoid those turnovers in the second half.
Well, he's got such a strong arm. A lot of times he can make up for standing back in the pocket, but not that time. Perryville will receive the second half kickoff, as it's going to be a fair catch attempt by Bajorquez, and he is going to pull it in after momentarily bobbling the ball. But Fernando Bajorquez parks himself underneath the pooch kick on the near side, and so the Pirates of PHS will start from their own 38-yard line. 3 seconds into the second half, and Evan Doherty will trot out to lead the offense. Dawson Camden is out there. Good to see him back and moving around. He was down after a huge interception that set up that touchdown pass at the end of the first half, and he's back out there now, so he's good to go. Doherty's going to come out with doubles to either side, and Grimmaud in the backfield in the pistol. Doherty hits the snap, back to pass, looking far side, got a man open, Carter Dix, but it's in and out of his hands as he just waited a little too long for that pass, needed to maybe attack it a little bit more on the comeback, maybe get the hands up as it hit off his chest, and it's incomplete.
Boy, defensive alignments will tell you a lot about how coaches view a game, and on that first snap of the second half, 1 high safety man-to-man coverage everywhere. Doesn't matter that Perryville threw it well in the first half or that they're spreading it out here. St. Vincent believes they can cover one-on-one.
Doubles to either side once again. Grimmaud in the pistol. They run the speed option. Doherty keeps, and he spins through a couple of tackles, and he gets brought down after a gain of about 5. There on the tackle was John Wibbenmeyer along with Jesse Robinson. So Doherty with a nice carry there and makes it a 3rd down and 5.
Nice little job by him. He had the pitch there, but it was taken away, so good job to quickly tuck it in and worm his way around right tackle to pick up a couple yards.
3rd down and 4, they say, from their own 46-yard line. Trying to get across midfield and get a 1st down. Man in motion as Doherty's going to keep it and run to the right side. Looking for some daylight, he'll find none. As Owen Light comes flying in. No. Actually, Brandon Moonier in on the tackle there. Number 88 on the outside, little cornerback position, flying up and setting the edge and making the tackle on a quarterback sweep.
Yeah, nice job by him there. Good job by Owen Light to help set the edge there on what was basically quarterback power around right tackle with the receiver in motion working as that fullback lead blocker. Excellent job to snuff it out for St. Vincent, though. Big fourth down coming up.
4th down and 7. They're going for it. Oh, maybe not. Dawson Camden back deep, looking like he may punt. Holt goes in motion to the far side. Now it's trips right. Camden gets the snap. He's going to send it away on a punt. And it'll be waved off, and now it'll take a friendly roll for the Pirates. But they'll say it's down at the 25-yard line, and that'll be where St. Vincent will start their first drive of the second half. So a couple of plays there for the Pirates, but ultimately they send it away after a short possession. And St. Vincent now needing to get momentum back. They were up big early, Nathan, but they've allowed Perryville back into the game.
Got to find a way to generate some big plays on offense, and as we mentioned, just avoid the back-breaking mistakes in the form of turnovers, because otherwise, outside of those interceptions, Double R in the passing attack, a great first half.
Trips to the right, one receiver to the left, and now it's going to be a false start, as it was a bit of a momentary delay on the call there. I thought maybe St. Vincent was going to get away with it for a second, but they had John Wibbenmeyer and also Sean Kosher both jumping on that far sideline, and immediately nobody reacted, but eventually the judge on the near sideline saw it, even though he might have been the farthest one away from the play, and it's going to be a false start on St. Vincent.
You know, in that first half, I thought I saw St. Vincent players move pre-snap on every other play. And there's a lot of people in the building, obviously, here tonight. It's jammed packed. It's a lot of high emotions for this rivalry game. And the result is that St. Vincent players have been a little jittery pre-snap at times. They got caught there.
A minute and 40 into the quarter, 10:20 on the clock in the third. St. Vincent's going to hand it off. They're going to get it near side to Loppy, but he is going to be taken down after a short gain on 1st and 15. Fernando Bajorquez on the tackle. Maybe a yard on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Great job by Bajorquez. I think he's their best outside linebacker, setting the edge right there. 2 sacks coming into the night. Has to a couple tackles for loss as well. He's a great athlete.
Trips to the left now with one receiver to the right. In the pistol with Loppy in the backfield. Back to pass is Double R on the slant. It's in and out of the hands of Jesse Robinson as a pass that was a little bit too tall for the intended receiver. Robinson had to leap into the air to try to pull that one down, but he could not. And that'll set up a 3rd down and forever.
You know, St. Vincent hasn't had a lot of history of success in football except for the last couple of years, and that includes recent success against Perryville. Double R, a senior, has been a little bit rocket-armed at times with the football, maybe just fired up trying to win his senior game in this rivalry matchup.
And they'll get back to pass. Double R rolling out. He slings it. It's caught. And they get the first down. Jesse Robinson caught the pass about 4 yards behind the line to gain, but a nice cut upfield will be for, well, just about all 16 yards, call it 17, and it's a 1st down.
Nice job there on the conversion. That was one of those longer developing routes we talked about that have been a struggle at times for St. Vincent. That time, though, they rolled the quarterback out in motion to give him time to make the route develop.
Robinson now 19 yards on 3 catches. They're going to hand it off up the gut, and Loppy is going to be hit after a gain of just a yard or 2. And Nathan, I think at this point, Loppy is just out there running the ball to keep this defense honest. He has had no luck running the football whatsoever tonight. Now just 17 yards on 12 carries.
Got to do what you can to, though, make the defense at least keep a couple guys in the box to stop it.
Doubles to either side in the pistol. Double R back to pass. He's going to go to Sherbush, who catches it, makes a man miss, and gets past the 1st down marker as Schnurbush, missing an N in there. He picks up 11 yards, and that's another 1st down. Another Coldwell Banker Hulsey Real Estate 1st down. And he's right at 99 yards now on the night with 5 catches. Double R in the shotgun, pistol formation with Loppy behind him, and that's where they're going to go with the football. Handoff up the gut, and Loppy gets dragged down. He broke through a couple of arm tackles but eventually Caleb Gramont is able to drag him down.
That was one of the few times tonight, the first level, the offensive line beat up the defensive line that time. Haven't been able to break it through the linebackers yet on those runs for St. Vincent.
8 yards on the carry, longest run of the day for Loppe as Double R back to pass. Throwing far side, looking for Schnurbush, but he can't pull the pass in that time as it'll fall incomplete.
Yeah, nice little bubble screen setup that time far sideline, but he just wasn't unable to hang on to the football. If he holds on, he's at least close to the first down marker.
As Double R's in the shotgun, empty backfield. He's got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Back to pass, Double R, pressure comes. He gets out of it initially, and now he's going to take off. And he has enough for the first down, and a flag comes in on the tackle. We'll see what the call is. It's a first down regardless, and it's going to be a face mask on the defense.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable play by Double R. Like I mentioned, finally tucking in and run when the pressure comes. Fernando Bajorquez came untouched off the edge on the blitz, and then Gramont had a shot at him as well after he was moving. He somehow avoided both, able to get the first down yardage at the end of the play. Defensive player that time for PHS gets caught grabbing up around the face.
So the penalty will move him forward about 10 yards, maybe 15. Well, of course 15, it's a personal foul. So now it's first down from the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, 8-10 left in the third quarter. Double R back to pass. Looks on the far side, now he goes near side, got a man wide open, it's Robinson. He makes the catch, makes a man miss, spin move down the far sideline, he dives for the pylon, and he is going to be down at the 1-yard line. Jesse Robinson caught the short pass, and he spun his way down to the 1-yard line. What a play by Jesse Robinson, and they're going to get up to the line quickly, a 29-yard strike. As they hustle up and get on the line. Schnurbush is going to be coming in late. We'll see if they allow the substitution. They will. Double R. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. He dives for the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown. Double R keeps it himself on the read option, and he punches it in to put St. Vincent back out in front by 2 scores. It's now 26-14 here in the third quarter, pending the extra point.
Every run play tonight for North County has been a straight gift. That was the first true option play they've had with the running game. The Perryville selling out for the running back, of course. Nice job by Double R to keep it and score.
Extra point attempt up and good. 27-14 now the score as St. Vincent back out by 2 touchdowns. Timeout. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
Are you ready for an exciting new career that offers job security, flexibility, and independence? Rankin Technical College in Perryville is now accepting student applications for a 5-week CDL training class. The Gilster Mary Lee Corporation will provide the necessary funding for program training. If your application is approved, you'll receive a benefits package which includes miles paid by the hub, paid downtime, unloading allowances, vacation, Christmas, and holiday bonuses, plus insurance. Call Mike Welker at 800-851-5371.
As we're back here, St. Vincent punching in a touchdown. Nathan, how about a Gilster Mary Lee drive recap?
Another impressive march. They had a 15-play touchdown drive in the first half. That one covering 10 plays and 75 yards. Took just over 2 minutes, about 2 minutes and 22 seconds in total, and ends with the first rushing touchdown we've seen tonight. It was an air attack in that first half, but after a big passing play, Garrett Double R keeping it himself and scoring his 3rd rushing TD of the year to put St. Vincent up 2 scores.
7:57 left here in the third quarter as St. Vincent will send it away. Carter Dix pulls it in on the return, and he's going to take off, but he is going to be hit hard a few times. And he is going to be taken down hard on the play. Luke Brickhouse in there on the tackle. Those two exchange words after the play, and now Perryville will come out to start their offensive set for the second time here this half. They got the opening possession, but could do nothing with it. They went 3 and out.
Want to shout out again the freshman Mason White, who we talked about earlier in the first half. He was in there on that special teams tackle as well. It's a good-looking first-year player there, but you're dead on. Perryville hit a couple of big plays. Admittedly, when St. Vincent had raced out to a 20-0 lead and probably felt like they were in complete control of the game. They've had the wake-up call. Now do the Indians make a stop on defense and keep things rolling here in the third quarter?
Looks like a substitution's been made. Travis Wheeler has come out, and it's Brandon Moonier who's in now. And now Evan Doherty is going to take off, and he's got plenty of daylight ahead of him. And he is going to eventually go out of bounds, but not before he picks up almost 50 yards. 45 yards on the carry for Evan Doherty, and that is a huge play.
Right, when we say St. Vincent needs to continue to stay focused, they've had a double-digit lead for much of this game. They can't get complacent. They missed their assignment there on the read option, and Doherty takes off for the big gainer there. He's been a factor rushing the football all season long for Perryville. Comes up with his first big play on the ground here tonight.
45 yards on the ground that time. Makes it now 72 in the game for Doherty. First and 10, man in motion. They're going to give it to Holt, and he is going to be hit hard. Those jet sweeps tonight, Nathan, just not working super well for this Pirate offense.
Not at all. They haven't been able to get anything going on the perimeter running the football there. Credit to Dylan Holt, the junior, who has stepped up pretty well. We've mentioned it a couple times, but worth mentioning again. Top two rushers for this Pirate offense. Drew Hotop and Eli Barrick both out with torn ACLs. So younger guys like Holt having to step up. Hasn't had a big night tonight.
7:05 left here in the third quarter. Perryville chasing 2 touchdowns to St. Vincent. Holt in motion again. Doherty fakes the give. Back to pass. Over the top they go. Camden comes back for the football, and he pulls it in. What an unbelievable catch. He had to go up over the top of a defender. Flag came down. It is going to be obvious defensive pass interference, but a remarkable grab is going to have the Pirates down inside the 5.
Yeah, we'll see about obvious. A couple Perryville players look kind of in shock, like this might be coming back on a push-off there for Camden. There has been a ton of wrestling and jostling.
Here are our varsity cheerleaders.
Nathan, you might be right. This may be coming back instead of going forward. No, indeed. It is going to be defensive pass interference, and I think that's the right call.
I guess they said he didn't catch it at the end of the play.
And actually, it's not a spot foul at high school, Nathan. It's 15 yards from where the ball initially was, so they're not going to be down inside the 5. They're going to be now at the 11-yard line, it looks like. Camden was a little shaken up on that play, so he's come off. And they're going to need him back out there as the penalty gets them down and ready to go. Camden on the far sideline, helped up now by someone over on that Perryville sideline.
Terrific effort, though, on not just his first touchdown catch, but obviously that jump ball. A tremendous job. He has had a heck of a night, made an interception on defense. A big playmaker there a couple different ways, and obviously as a receiver, he's been a big play threat. Now we'll see if PHS can make the PI that they at least drew on that play pay off and get in the end zone to make this a one-score game.
So they call it 1st and 10 from the 10, essentially 1st and goal. Maybe enough room to get a first down, we'll see. Doherty in the shotgun, doubles to either side. Bajorquez behind him in the pistol formation. They're going to fake the give. Doherty keeps. He makes the first man miss, makes another man miss, and he's down inside right around about the 5-yard line. Thought he might be inside the 5, but no. Just 5 yards, so they're right around that 5-yard line.
Doherty's got to be careful. He's lunging for the goal line around the 5-yard line with the football. That thing might get knocked out if he's not holding on tight to it.
And they call it actually a gain of about 6 or 7 there, so it's 2nd down and 3 from the 3-yard line. Doherty in the shotgun, doubles to either side. Bajorquez in the backfield. Doherty gets set. In motion goes the receiver. They're going to hand it off up the gut, and it's going to be Moran who has the handoff, but he is taken down quickly as another one of those jet sweep attempts there, Nathan, doesn't work.
Haven't been able to get anything going around right tackle. I mean, we said it earlier. That plays into the strength of the St. Vincent defense. They have great speed, terrific athletes. The best thing PHS can do, it seems, is run the ball up the gut. And 3rd down and 3. This is almost certainly 4-down territory. I think 2 runs right up the middle wouldn't be a bad call here.
3rd and 3 doubles with Bajorquez in the pistol behind Doherty. In motion goes Moran. They fake the give. Doherty keeps, and he is wrapped up as he was not going to get out of the grasp of that defensive front for St. Vincent. Right there, Unterreiner was on the takedown along with Gay Piku.
Boy, Perryville. I was about to say, Perryville, a couple of turnovers, and they're just 1 for 7 on third down, 0 for 2 on fourth. They haven't made the big plays in big spots. Here comes the big one.
4th and 3 from the 3-yard line. Doherty in the shotgun. He's going to run the speed option, and now he pulls it down, and the ball is out, and St. Vincent has it. Inside the 5-yard line, they ran the speed option, and St. Vincent had it covered perfectly. Nowhere to run for Doherty, nowhere for him to pitch the football, and ultimately, the indecisiveness, the ball winds up on the turf, and it heads back with the St. Vincent Indians.
Yeah, there was not going to be a pitch there, though, so I credit him for tucking it. He was just going to have to lower the shoulder, though, and bolt their guys over, and too many blue and gold jerseys over there to get in his way. Great play by the St. Vincent defense, a huge stand for the Indians.
So with under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter, St. Vincent gets the ball back. They have scored once here in the third quarter, looking to make it back a 3-score lead. As the handoff is going to go to Loppy up the gut, and actually off to the outside, he takes it, and then he cuts it back up the middle. 5 yards there for Loppy, and it'll be 2nd down and 5.
That's a great little run off right tackle that time for Loppy, and just excellent job of the left side of the line in particular, pushing everybody to the far side of the field, which gives Loppy a little extra room to get himself a free 3 yards.
So back in the shotgun is Double R. Doubles to either side, he's back to pass. Rolling right now, he's going to tuck it and run. And on the near sideline, he's going to get out to about the 20. Looks like that'll be enough for a 1st down, as indeed it will. Another Coldwell Banker Halsey Real Estate 1st down, as Double R with a nice little 6-yard scamper there. He's now got 23 on 4 carries and a touchdown.
You know why he wears number 4, I bet? I think he's a Brett Favre fan. He almost threw a chest pass in front of the line of scrimmage. Nice job to tuck it, though, and run.
Trips left. They're going to go to the tailback once more. And trying to bounce it outside and cutting it upfield is Loppy, and he'll get a few yards, 3 or 4. Ooh, maybe even more than that. Generous spot gives him about 5 yards. So Loppy, 10 yards on 2 carries. He's finding his rhythm here in the second half. And now it's 2nd down and 5 from their own 25-yard line. In the shotgun with doubles to either side. As they drop back to pass, Double R is going to go deep. He's got a man, and it is incomplete. Ball just a little bit overthrown outside the reach of Blake Schnurbush. He tried to run under it. He had to lay out to get his hands on the football, but couldn't corral it, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Schnurbush found a way to win out there on the far sideline, but I kind of think Double R actually underthrew him, and he wasn't even unable to run underneath that ball, setting up 3rd down.
And now the Perryville defense is going to jump off sides. Likely be encroachment on the defense, and on a 3rd down and 5, we're going to see if that's going to be a 1st down. I think it will be, from where the ball is spotted, and the 1st down line being just a shade inside of the 30. There's some communication from the referees. We'll see how this one plays out. And no, they're going to flip the call. You don't see that happen that often, but they change it around. They said initially Perryville was the guilty party. Now it's St. Vincent who is the guilty party, as it's a false start, and 5 yards will make it 3rd and 10. That was strange.
It's a big miss there for St. Vincent, though, to back it up to 3rd and long.
3rd and 10, 3:44 left in the third quarter, up by 2 scores. Back to pass, Double R. Rolling, running. He'll take off, and he's got some room, and he has the 1st down for now. But a flag is down in the backfield, and it's going to be holding on St. Vincent. So a nice run there, as Nathan, you said it. Double R using those legs a little bit more here in the second half, but that time, no luck, as A holding penalty will negate the fantastic run.
It may not even be something he's necessarily comfortable with, is taking off as a runner, scrambling out there, but something you got to do when the coverage is good and the pressure is in your face. You just got to tuck it and make something happen or throw the ball away. And now it looks like he's going to get backed up even further coming up here to make it even third and longer.
Third and forever, as it's now about third and
Holding against the Indians.
22 or 23 yards. I mean, it's a long ways to go. Now, this is an offense that can certainly get it back. They've had a lot of big plays here tonight. We'll see if they got one more up their sleeve. They're going to send Schnurbush in motion, and they're going to fake the give to him, and they're going to hand it off right up the middle, and Loppe is going to be taken down short gain, maybe 5 or 6 yards, but not nearly enough for the first down, as that'll bring up 4th and long. And so that's a big stop for the Perryville defense, who had the benefit of a couple of penalties on that possession, Nathan. But regardless, take some time off the clock, and now the St. Vincent defense will have to stop Evan Doherty and the Pirate offense once again. A little confusion, getting all the right players out there on the field. Now they do. Looks like back there deep to send it away is Moonier. And no, indeed it's not. It's Whistler as he skies this one up. And it's going to take a Pirate roll as it bounces backward. Got out to about the 32, but then bounced backward down to the 25-yard line. So only 25 yards to go for the Perryville Pirate offense, and that is exactly what you want at this stage.
Yeah, tremendous little check-up bounce that time to give yourself great field position. Question is if you can finish it off. They had a pair of turnovers on downs inside the 10-yard line. And that's been the big reason probably that they're down 2 scores on top of a number of other mistakes. We'll see what Evan Doherty and crew can do here.
Doherty will come out in the pistol with Bajorquez behind him. Doubles to either side. They fake the give to Bajorquez. They try to set up a screen pass. But that's going to be batted down and incomplete right at the line, as looks like Sauer was the one who got a hand up to knock it away. And with that play, sets up a 2nd down and 10. Nice start on the first play of the drive.
The pressure that time was great, maybe the best we've seen all night from North County, and Sauer comes unimpeded to the quarterback, knocks it up in the air, and forces Perryville into 2nd and long.
2nd and 10, 2:39 left here in the third. St. Vincent leading 27-14. Doherty back to pass, pump fake. Got a man deep on the wheel route. He throws it up, and it is not going to be caught, but a penalty flag. And we'll see what the call is going to be. Saw the referee do a double take to look back at the defensive player number. We'll see. The coverage was applied by Jesse Robinson. The intended receiver was Dylan Holt. He ran a wheel route out to the outside. We'll see what the call is.
Like I said, there's just been a lot of hand fighting both ways.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty from where the play originally started. It's not a spot foul, so that's going to set them up 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line.
And right now, St. Vincent defensive backs are in quite the jam because the best play is the pass interference on the jump ball for Perryville.
Here's that formation again. 4 receivers to the right, tailback in the backfield. It's got to be a run. Doherty's going to keep, and now he's going to throw. And apparently you can do that as they flip it out to Dix. And Dix is into the end zone, touchdown. Hands go up to the sky. They flip the screen pass out wide. Carter Dix makes a man miss, cuts upfield behind a team of defenders and blockers. And he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. But seemingly some confusion on the field. We're seeing touchdown signaled. We're seeing several referees looking a little confused. But now, finally, they're going to send 2 hands to the sky to signal touchdown. I'm still shocked, Nathan. I don't understand how you're allowed to run that formation.
I think it must be the way the 4 receivers are stacked on some level, and maybe you got a tight end over here, the way the running back's set up. Anyway, spin it, perfectly executed screen pass for the score.
And so the Pirates back within a touchdown now here late as the extra point attempt is up and good. So Evan Doherty with 3 touchdown passes here in the game on just 6 completions. Or no, just 4 completions. So how about that? Goes to the air 4 times, 3 touchdowns. Quick timeout. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate has been the trusted real estate advisor for over 60 years in the Mineral area. Hi, I'm Kim Hudson, owner of Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. No one has helped more people buy or sell real estate in our community than the agents at Coldwell Banker Holsey Real Estate. We are proud of the community in which we live and serve. Contact us today for all your real estate needs. Find us on Facebook or online at coldwellbankerholsey.com. Coldwell Banker Holsey, we would love to be your realtor.
Reminder that coming up after the game, we'll have our Home Pools and Spas End Zone show. And we'll also take a check of our Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule, look ahead to next Friday night, and tell you about which football games we'll have coverage of here tonight. But a great finish to get to here in this one. 2:25 left in the third quarter as Perryville has cut it back down to just a 1-score game. 27-21 as the Pirates are going to send it away on a pooch kick. And once again, it's going to be covered up. That time, Travis Wheeler gets on top of it as the pooch kick will allow St. Vincent to start from the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line.
Big thing I'm starting to notice is that the penalties are increasing for St. Vincent, both sides of the ball. We talked about this. Physically, there's a little bit of a size advantage there for Perryville. Is St. Vincent fatiguing? And if so, can they shrug it off? Can they start to make some big plays that get the adrenaline pumping, and that'll help you shake off those thoughts of being tired here midway through this game?
Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. In the backfield is Loppy. Double R directing the defense. He sees some pressure coming from one of the linebackers. Now Mueller drops off. They're going to hand it off as Loppy gets ahead of steam, gets a couple blocks, makes a man miss. Flag comes in. He's taken down after a gain of 5. But we'll see what the call is. As the flag down, waiting to hear the call from the head linesman. Face mask on the defense. So that's another big break there for St. Vincent as they'll get a fresh set of downs to work with after a nice gain on first down. Face mask call. And not really sure how that works. It's going to set up a 2nd down and 2.
2nd and 2.
Well, St. Vincent comes up on the ball, trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. They fake the give. Double R back to pass. He's going to flip it out, and it's pulled in. The catch is made by Wibbenmeyer, and that'll be enough for a first down. 6 yards on the reception.
Nice job that time by Double R to stay poised in the pocket again, get to his second read here on the other side of the field, and just lightly toss it out there to Wibbenmeyer to pick up the first down yardage, although unfortunately John Wibbenmeyer came up a little gimpy and headed right for the sidelines after that catch.
Yeah, he's a little hobbled here. We'll see if he can return. 5 catches on the game, 69 yards and a touchdown for Wibbenmeyer. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Minute 45 left in the third. Double R is going to hand it off to Loppy up the gut, and he is going to meet a swarm of defenders. As right there to make the tackle is Matt Mueller, the senior. As he comes flying in, and that'll set up a 2nd down and long.
Again, the power running game, not a whole lot between the tackles, but you do it to keep the play action threat there and to keep the defense honest enough.
Perryville has shown they got the ability to strike quickly on offense. So big drive here for St. Vincent. They fling it out wide. It's caught by Robinson, and he is going to be hit and taken down after a pickup of 5. So Robinson with his 5th catch. He's got 53 yards. And it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Every receiver getting involved so far tonight for St. Vincent. The question, which one of them can make a big play? Got a big one here on 3rd down.
260 yards through the air tonight for St. Vincent. And they are going to give it up the gut on 3rd and 5. And Loppy is going to be stuffed up. As I think Coach Schumer and the Indians would like to have a redo back on that one, as they may have been better served to go to the air there. And now on 4th down, looks like they may just let this quarter wind to a close.
Well, I was about to say, that run on third down and third and about 7 almost certainly equals they're going to think about going for it on fourth down. They might have even planned to do it, but after not getting much yardage here, you still have the 6-point lead as we're going to head to the start of the fourth quarter. Do you maybe punt and hope to flip the field?
Timeout. We'll be back for the start of the fourth quarter. You're not going to want to miss it. Touchdown difference, 27-21. St. Vincent leads the Perryville Pirates. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
Eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's sounds so good, doesn't it? Hi, I'm Amy Cousins, General Manager of Applebee's in Farmington. You and a friend can start with 2 side salads or an appetizer to share, then choose any 2 full-size entree from the 2 for $20 dinner lunch menu. Or pick 2 items to create your own combo meal from the classic or signature lunch combo menu. Soups, salads, chicken fajita roll-up, clubhouse grill, or chicken tenders. There's so much to choose from, and it's all under $10. Dine in or call it in. Applebee's on Karsh Boulevard in Farmington.
Gateway Motors in Fredericktown, Missouri invites you to come on down and let us help you find your next vehicle. Purchasing a car, SUV, or truck can be an overwhelming experience. The Gateway crew will help you find the right vehicle for your personal or family needs. We offer 24-month or less, no-interest loans for qualified buyers. Come on down to 509 Lincoln Drive and let us help you find a reliable vehicle that fits your wallet.
Of St. Vincent. It's the Battle of Perryville. 4th down at 6. St. Vincent with possession. Double R back to pass. Looking far side. They go over the top. And the pass is caught. Make it a 35-yard strike from the 50 down to the 15. 35 yards, it's Jesse Robinson with the catch.
And on 4th down and 7, no less, when you're just trying to extend the drive, move the chains, somehow Double R heaves one up there, and somehow Robinson comes down with it. Terrific jump ball catch.
1st and 10 now from the 11-yard line going in. Double R in the pistol, 3 receivers to the left. They're going to give it to Loppy. Loppy off left tackle, and he is going to be dragged down after a pickup of 4. As just like that, Nathan, St. Vincent back in business. Like you said, a 4th down play to just loft one up and trust your guys to make a play, and Robinson did exactly that.
Tremendous catch there in one-on-one coverage, and Perryville's run it all night. That time it bit them.
2nd and 6, doubles to either side. In the backfield, it's Loppy. Double R gets the snap, fakes the give. Quick throw out near side. Schnurbush catches it, makes a man miss, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown! Blake Schnurbush with the 6-yard touchdown reception. His 3rd touchdown catch of the night as he eclipses the 100-yard mark. And with it, St. Vincent back out by 2 scores, 33-21 here in the 4th.
Tremendous job of setting up that screen. Again, it was man-to-man coverage everywhere, but more importantly, spaced out too wide to both sides, meaning there was only going to be one guy there. If you could chip and block the receiver on the far edge, which St. Vincent did, that'd be a walk-in touchdown, and it was for Schnurbush, continuing his big night.
Really impressive play right there as Schnurbush was contacted by a man after he made the catch. And now the snap on the extra point is going to be botched, and a lot of congestion is going to result in a missed PAT as the snap was no good. The holder couldn't get the ball down, and as a result, PAT is no good. 30-second timeout. We'll be back on Regional Radio.
Dryer Electric wants to wish all athletes good luck this sports season and have a successful year. Your hard work, dedication, and determination does not go unnoticed. Dryer Electric is proud of these athletes and wishes them a successful and memorable school year. That's Dryer Electric, wishing all students good luck this sports season and a successful school year.
Welcome back here, just off the campus of St. Vincent High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina alongside Nathan Gertz. Let's thank some of our sponsors here. The Farmington McDonald's and Vector Communications, Midwest Sports Center in Farmington, Mineral Area College in Park Hills, and New Era Bank in Farmington, Park Hills, Deloge, and Bonne Terre. On the kickoff, St. Vincent with a pooch sends it out of bounds again. My goodness, Nathan, we cannot seem to keep the ball in the field of play on these kickoffs, as St. Vincent will give up great starting field position once again to the Perryville Pirates. And with that missed PAT, Nathan, now 33-21. It's a 12-point game, and that means if Perryville can score and get the extra point, they got a chance to take the lead with just one more touchdown. So things very different here in the fourth quarter. 11:06 left in the fourth. A 12-point differential after St. Vincent scored their fourth touchdown through the air. Garrett Double R has 5 total touchdowns, 4 through the air and 1 on the ground. 301 yards through the air tonight so far, Nathan. That is just astounding at this level.
And he's playing defense for the first time tonight. Out there is the deep safety now for St. Vincent.
Doubles to either side. Holt goes in motion to the far side. Doherty keeps up the gut, and he is going to be dragged down. Loppy there on the tackle. Pickup of 4, and I would imagine at some point here this quarter, we're going to start to see this Pirate team try to air it out again like they were able to do toward the end of the first half, where they struck for 2 touchdowns and over 75 yards through the air. Since then, they've had 1 completion, albeit it was a touchdown, 5 yards to Carter Dix, but not much to speak of through the air here in the second half. And now the clock slowly winding. Not sure the confusion there, as now they get it figured out. Play clock at 5. As Dawson Cannon in motion near side, they're going to give it to him, and now he's going to try to pass, and he is going to be hit hard and taken down on the play as they tried a little jet sweep pass from one of the receivers, and it's incomplete out of bounds, as the defense was wise to that one, Nathan.
Luke Brickhouse again off the edge, doing an excellent job to not just set the edge, but then to just slam. Camden was lucky to get a forward pass off on that hit. I was worried he might end up fumbling that ball away, but he does end up getting off a forward pass on top of being knocked down there to set up 3rd down. And if you're Perryville, I think you got to continue to be patient and run the football. You have a lot of time, and if you start throwing it all over the yard, it's not only not your strength, but you maybe tell your defense you don't believe that they'll go out and get a stop at some point in this fourth quarter.
Timeout called. We'll take one here too quickly. 10:16 left in the fourth quarter. 33-21 our score. St. Vincent leading PHS. We'll be back on the MIMO Info Sports Stream.
Perry County Towing is the premier towing and roadside assistance company in Perryville. With 24/7 towing, Perry County Towing promises fast response times and on-time deliveries. Whether you're needing a quick tow, tire change, or winch out, rest easy knowing your vehicle is in good hands at Perry County Towing. Like them on Facebook or call today at 573-846-4140.
We're back here in Perryville, just off the campus of St. Vincent High School. I'm Brandon Pavlina alongside Nathan Gertz. Fourth quarter of action between St. Vincent and Perryville. It's the Battle of Perryville here on the football gridiron, and we're in the fourth quarter. 10:16 remains, with St. Vincent leading 33-21. The Pirates with possession, 3rd down and 5. Huge play here. Doubles to either side. Grimmaud in the backfield. They're going to fake the give, set up a screen pass. Doherty gets out of it. Now he's got to throw a pass long, and it's over the head of Caleb Grimmaud, the intended receiver. So they set up the screen pass, Nathan, but didn't really flesh out the way they wanted, but they almost got a broken play to work beautifully.
Yeah, it was a really nice job by Doherty to scramble and keep things going, but you can't allow a free rush off the edge on a long developing play action pass like that. Nonetheless, Doherty nearly made it happen, just a little too tall there for Grimmaud. Big 4th down upcoming here for both the Pirate offense and, of course, this home-standing Indian defense.
10:08 on the scoreboard here in the fourth quarter. 4th down and 6. Doubles to either side in the pistol with Grimmaud in the backfield. Doherty back to pass. He's going to go deep, over the top, and it's knocked away. A great play defensively there by Jake Kapp. The safety over the top. The sophomore came flying in and knocked the ball away from the intended receiver, Dawson Camden. And that's a turnover on down.
Yeah, that was a tremendous job there in coverage that time for North County. Jake Kapp one-on-one. Camden has won those jump balls high in the air most of the night, or at least drawn pass interference. That time, clean play defensively, knocked it away. Big fourth down hold here, as on the other side of midfield, you put up a touchdown on the board here, make this a 3-possession game. You have a very, very nice tight grip on this game in the fourth quarter if you're St. Vincent.
A little fist pump there between Double R and the running back Loppy, as those two have been fantastic tonight. And the handoff goes to Loppy up the gut on 1st and 10. He gets about 1.5 yards before he gets hit hard and driven down to the ground by Ian Curry. Loppy now 18 carries, 48 yards, but he's caught some passes as well, 3 for 23, so he's right around the 75-yard mark in total on the game. 9:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Clock continues to run. I would imagine they'll do a lot of trying to keep the ball on the ground or some short, easy pass completions to keep the clock running. 2nd and 9, doubles to either side in the pistol, now in motion. And they're going to hand it off up the gut. And breaking through and into the second level goes Loppy. And he is going to be dragged down at the 10-yard line, but his longest carry of the day, 29 yards for Nick Loppy. And just like that, he eclipses 75 yards on the ground. 77 now in total, as he's hit 100 total yards from scrimmage here tonight. Big run right there.
Literally chipping away, and finally they busted one right up the middle of that PHS defense exactly when the Indians need it. Credit to Loppy. It has not been a great night for him, but finally hits a big one in a big spot for his team.
Schnurbush went in motion. I think that drew the attention of the defense, as he has been sensational tonight in his own right. Up the gut, they give it to Loppy again, but this one not as fruitful, as he was going to be dragged down in the backfield. Loss of 1 yard or 2 on the play. And that'll make it now 2nd down and about 11 yards to go from the 11-yard line. It is 2nd and goal.
Well, to your point there, no pre-snap motion on that handoff to Loppy, and Perryville was right ready for it and ate it up. Very quick Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy scoreboard check for you over on J98. Other MAFC White Division team like Perryville. Central 31, St. Genevieve in 14 in the fourth quarter. Also in the fourth quarter, good one happening over in Fredericktown tonight, the MAFC White Division. Potosi leading the homestanding Black Cats 24-21.
So coming up now, 2nd down and 12 on the 12-yard line. And they're going to run a little bootleg for the quarterback as Double R keeps it himself around the back end, and he gets hit hard. And he is taken down. A helmet came up a little bit there. Looks to be all right. So the quarterback keeper there on 2nd and long goes backwards again. And it'll be now 3rd and about 15 from the 15-yard line.
Yeah, deeper inside the red zone now. PHS defense is well aware that St. Vincent is going to try to perhaps work a little clock here, milk this thing to make this, if not a 3-score game, then 2 scores with a lot less time left on the clock for the Pirate offense. And that's an example of a play that I don't think they would have run normally in their offense unless they were trying to run some clock there. Just a basically naked bootleg for the quarterback that was completely devoured up by the PHS defense. And hopefully Double R, who got a hard fall on his head there, is going to be okay.
Yeah, he looks to be all right, as a timeout will be taken offensively by St. Vincent, as they allowed that clock to run all the way down to 0 before taking that timeout. 7:08 left in the fourth quarter. We'll keep it right here so we can thank some of our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. The Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Farmington, Deloge, Fredericktown, and Ironton. Patsy's Furniture in Park Hills. The Perry County School District here in Perryville. The Perry County Towing here in Perryville. Perryville Muffler and Auto in, you guessed it, Perryville. And also Perryville Outdoor Products. A lot of Perryville sponsors here tonight, of course. The Battle of Perryville. Want to thank them for making tonight's broadcast possible one more time. Perry County School District, Perry County Towing, Perryville Muffler and Auto, and Perryville Outdoor Products. Also, Etstold Packaging. So it'll be 3rd down and 13 from the 13-yard line. Doubles to either side. In the pistol is Double R with Loppy in the backfield. They're going to go back to pass. Deep to the end zone. Touchdown! Caleb Whistler at the back pylon on a corner route. And Garrett Double R has now 5 passing touchdowns in the game to go along with 320 yards. And St. Vincent now out by plenty, 39-21, pending the PAT.
I told you he wears number 4 because he's a little bit like Brett Favre. He'll make some mistakes that hurt you and make you scratch your head at times, but then he'll sling it like that. Yeah, his receiver beat the corner one-on-one on the go route, but that was a perfectly thrown ball in front of the receiver to keep the DB from ever catching up to it. Great TD throw.
Extra point attempt is up and good. So it's 7:03 left here in the 4th quarter of play. St. Vincent has now taken a comfortable lead as they're up by 3 touchdowns. 19 points, the differential. 40-21 as Nathan, what a second half for the St. Vincent offense. They put together a strong first half, but they have not let up, and they have put 40 points on the board against the Perryville defense that came into this one averaging less than 14 points per game given up on the season.
Most they'd given up all year, I think, is 35 in their lone loss of the season, or 34 in their lone loss of the season to a very good Potosi Trojan squad. So this is absolutely a tremendous showing by this St. Vincent offense, and we said it. Started the year 0-2, but faced 2 great teams in Valley Catholic and Scott City. And then in the second half of that loss to Scott City, though, they turned on the Jets offensively. They haven't slowed down. Back-to-back dominant wins. And tonight, another great offensive showing here as they're potentially on their way to their 3rd straight win.
40 points on the scoreboard. Just an impressive night offensively. And now the ensuing kickoff, Carter Dix can't handle it. And I guess that's probably the right call as it went over his head. He did touch it initially, but it got all the way back to the end zone. And that's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, that ball is completely and utterly dead no matter what you do with it if it rolls its way into the end zone. So Carter Dix got kind of lucky, and we've heard some great cheers tonight. The St. Vincent crowd kind of went wild there when Brandon Moonier was able to put a big boot to that. He's been doing a lot of pooch kicks on kickoffs tonight. That one he hammers, and well done and right at the right time. Everything. Now even the special teams starting to click for St. Vincent.
7 minutes left here in the game. Perryville trying to mount a comeback. Doubles with Bojorquez in the backfield. They fake the give, and they're going to look to the far sideline, and an incomplete pass looking for Camden on the far side, about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. He can't make the catch. Good defense right there. As looked like Sean Harold on the coverage. 2nd down and 10. And that's going to be a tough ask here late in the game to ask this Perryville offense to strike through the air with the opposing team expecting it. They did have multiple passes for over 30 yards in the game tonight, but that came maybe when they were able to surprise the defense a bit. They throw it out wide to Carter Dix, and he is hit immediately. They try to set up a quick screen, but no room for Dix to operate as the defense swarmed to make the tackle, and it's a loss of about a yard.
Yeah, to your point, it's man-to-man coverage everywhere right now for St. Vincent with the one high safety. They mostly, even now when they will see the ball thrown around, don't really expect anything deep down the field, and they trust their guys to win, although Perryville's won a couple times. Like you said, it's been with the element of surprise in hand, thinking that they're going to run, going off play action a lot too, to hit those big pass plays.
6:15 left in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 12. Perryville on their own 18-yard line. Play clock winding down, and now it's going to hit 0. Doherty was trying to call timeout, but I don't know if they're going to give it to him. Indeed, they will, as timeout Perryville. That'll give us a chance to thank a couple more of our sponsors here tonight. Presbyterian Manor of Farmington, Robinson Well Drilling of Perryville, Serenity Hospice Care in Farmington, Twin City Toyota in Herculaneum and the UPS store in Festus. As we'll take a look ahead when we have a chance, as we welcome in our listening partners. We welcome in those of you who are tuned in on 98.5 FM, J98, and AM 800 KREI, as we're here at the campus of St. Vincent High School in Perryville. We've got St. Vincent hosting the Perryville Pirates here tonight, and St. Vincent has a commanding lead here in the fourth. 6:06 left in the quarter. St. Vincent on top, 40-21. I'm alongside Nathan Gertz here as we get set. Perryville with possession. 3rd down and 12 from their own 18-yard line. They need to strike quickly here late in the game to try to mount a comeback. Doherty in the shotgun with doubles to either side. Fakes the pump. Now they throw it up deep to Carter Dixon. It's anybody's ball, and coming down with it is Jake Kapp for the defense. An interception there by the St. Vincent secondary will likely mean that this one, the Fat Lady is going to start warming up, Nathan, because a 3-touchdown game here with just 6 minutes left. St. Vincent looking like they're going to come away with a win in the crosstown rivalry matchup.
Yeah, another failed 3rd down conversion there for Perryville as PHS goes to just 1 of 9 tonight on 3rd downs and 0 for 4 on 4th downs, and that time pressure off the edge. We've seen more of it in the second half from St. Vincent. It got to Evan Doherty, caused his arm to get hit as he was throwing. Ends up a ball going end over end right into the waiting arms of Jake Kapp for a big turnover.
5:59 now remaining in the fourth quarter. 40-21, St. Vincent leads and they have possession. They're going to hand it off to Loppy right up the gut. No gain on the play as he'll be brought down. Might have even lost about a yard on the carry, as Loppy has been held in check for the most part, but he had the big carry on the last drive for 29 yards that got him up over 75. Now, a couple of negative carries have him back down at 74 on the ground in the game. Clock continues to run. Under 5.5 left to go now.
Yeah, but even without a lot from the run game tonight, obviously, when he's held on to the football and hasn't thrown it away to the other side, Garrett Doublear, senior quarterback for the Indians, has had a really outstanding night, over 300 yards passing, 5 touchdowns through the air, run one himself.
Yeah, we'll tell you a full scope of what that young man has done here tonight as they flip it out wide. And, almost Robinson breaking through for another one. Pass complete on the far sideline. Robinson ripped off a nice carry, but a flag comes in at the end of the play. And Double R motioning to say decline the penalty. And to roughing the quarterback is the penalty. So that's going to allow the play to stand about another 15 to 20 yards through the air. And yeah, Nathan, you said it. 330 yards passing here tonight for Garrett Double R. 330 yards passing, folks. That is not a stat you see hardly ever at the high school level. And 5 passing touchdowns to go along with it. He also has a rushing touchdown, as you mentioned, Nathan, and 21 yards on the ground. So I don't even know that there's going to be a conversation to be had for who will be the player of the game afterward. Schnurbush was certainly trying to make it a case with 3 receiving touchdowns, but Double R has been about as good as advertised. Comes out in the shotgun with doubles to the left. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Untreiner is the ball carrier, and he is going to be dragged down for a loss, as Matt Mueller with a nice tackle for loss right there. He's played well tonight, but as a whole, the passing attack has been lethal for St. Vincent, as they have just thrown the ball around seemingly at will here tonight.
They've done anything they've wanted to, throwing the football, and it's only really been a matter, it seems, of their own self-inflicted mistakes that kept this within the 1 to 2 score range there for a while. Now that they've started to settle down and make the plays here in the 3rd and 4th quarter, they're pulling away and rolling on to what looks to be their 3rd straight victory, similar to how last year started when they began 0-3 and ripped off 3 in a row. Starting this year 0-2, now potentially on their way to a 3-game win streak.
As the snap is good, handoff to Untreiner, and he is going to be taken down again for a loss. as on back-to-back plays, Unterreiner has found very little real estate to work with, but no matter at this stage, all they're trying to do is run some clock off, and they have done that successfully as we wind under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 3rd down and 25 after a couple of losses on the ground.
Good news for Perryville is this one's not gone your way tonight, though, as you did win 3 of 4 to start the season. You did get yourself a conference win last week against Fredericktown, and you can try to bounce back next week in conference play against a very good St. Genevieve team on the road.
Doubles to either side. They hand it off to Unterreiner up the middle, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. Another loss, so 3 straight carries, 3 straight losses as the Perryville defense standing tall here late. 3:10 now remaining in the fourth quarter. Reminder to stick around after the conclusion of our broadcast for the Home Pools and Spas End Zone show, where we'll talk to all of the high school coaches in our area and recap all of their games, as Double R is going to work his way back out there, as now we welcome in our listening folks who are tuned in over on AM 1400 KJEF. You listened in and heard St. Pius dominate Herculaneum 41-0. We've got a lopsided affair here as well. St. Vincent up 40-21 over Perryville, and it's going to be a punt here on 4th down for St. Vincent, as Double R was trying to pin that one deep. He did the punting on that one, and he accidentally bounced it into the end zone. A little slap of the hands there as he was frustrated. He wanted to pin him deep. But so we've got everyone here with us right now, Nathan. We've got the folks over on J98. We've got the folks over on AM 800 KREI, and we've got the folks over on AM 1400 KJEF. Glad to have you all here hanging out with us. 2:30 remaining in the fourth quarter of this one, with St. Vincent leading by 19 over the Perryville Pirates. And a fantastic performance, as we mentioned a moment ago for the folks that just tuned in. The young man that has taken the show and run away with it tonight is Garrett Double R. 330 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. He also has a rushing touchdown as well. New quarterback is into the game as they hand it off to Bajorquez up the gut. And he is going to be taken down after maybe a gain of a half a yard. The new quarterback in for Perryville is Luke Bell, sophomore, as he takes over for Evan Doherty, excuse me.
All in all, a pretty nice night for Doherty as it'll come to a close. He had himself a couple passing touchdowns on a few attempts, and it was simply a matter of the fact that there were some early turnovers mixed in there that meant when PHS finally got its feet underneath it offensively, they kind of had to go score for score with St. Vincent and couldn't keep up.
That ovation you're hearing is Double R and Alapi coming off the field as they were taken out in front of the home fans for the chance for them to get that ovation, and Loppy with a big celebration as he came to the sidelines. These guys are excited to win the crosstown battle against the bigger public school in the area. St. Vincent with a commanding victory here tonight. Clock continues to wind. Ran the ball on 2nd down for a very minimal gain. So with 1:20 left here on the game clock in the fourth quarter, St. Vincent just trying to do whatever they can to wind that clock as fast as possible.
A couple other seniors just came off, including Charles Sauer, and yeah, you can see these seniors very fired up as they'll take 3 of the 4 that they got to play against Perryville in their high school career.
And now a pass is going to be knocked away as Luke Bell tries to find Carter Dix up the far sideline. Pretty good looking pass there, Nathan, but just a little too tall. And that'll set up 4th down. 4th down and 9 on their own 21 with 62 seconds left in the ballgame.
Things setting real well now for St. Vincent as they're going to hold on and win this one to make it 3 in a row, and their schedule sets up really well. The final 4 opponents in the regular season have combined for 4 wins coming into tonight, and 3 of those were from St. Pius. Outside of that battle with the Lancers, and it'll be a good one here in Perryville, they've got a lot of open road in front of them in the I-55 conference.
Bell back to pass again on 4th down. He completes it to Grimaud near side. He's got some room. He's going to be taken down out past the 40-yard line at about the 42. So make it a gain there of 21 yards as they double their field position. But the clock winds under a minute to go. 54 seconds now on the clock with St. Vincent up by 19. Clock winds, now under 45 seconds. Reminder, Home Pools and Spas end zone show coming up after the conclusion of this game. Bell back to pass, far side. They throw it to Carter Dix, but it's at his feet as he can't quite dig into the dirt to go pick that ball out. So it's incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10. 33 seconds now showing on the clock.
Yeah, just to get that schedule officially right for St. Vincent, at Crystal City next week to start October. St. Pius, big showdown coming up here in Perryville in 2 weeks before they finish at Grandview, and then they welcome Jefferson R7 of Festus here at the end of October to wrap the regular season.
As they're going to fake the give, Bell back to pass again. He flips it out to Gramad, but it's over his head and incomplete. 28 seconds now left in the ball game. Take a quick check of our Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule. Hearing Care Partners, we listen so you can hear. Next week, we'll have Central at Potosi over on J98. And then over on AM 800 KREI, we'll have Jackson at Farmington. On AM 1400 KJEF, it'll be Windsor at Festus. And then on the MIMO Info Sports Stream, Jefferson at Valley Catholic. So that's your Presbyterian. That is not your Presbyterian Manor. That is your Hearing Care Partners broadcast schedule. 28 seconds remain in the game. Bell fakes the give, back to pass again. Flips it out to Gramad, and incomplete. As the substitutions continue to come on for St. Vincent, getting some youngsters out there, some varsity snaps. 23 seconds now, as if this pass is completed in the field of play and a tackle is made, Nathan, I would imagine it's the final play. If not, they cannot convert this first down. St. Vincent will take one kneel and be done with this thing. So we'll see how Perryville plays it here. They've been slinging the ball around with their new quarterback, Bell, who's just come in.
That is the last snap of the game. Man, what a game it was. A tremendous environment for this rivalry. Everybody showed up from the city of Perryville, and we got a dandy of a game all when it's all said and done.
Yeah, really, really fun atmosphere tonight as Bell making some players miss here, but he is going to be taken down after no gain. He went backwards, made a couple of guys miss, but then he gets dragged down. And that'll do it. Turnover on downs will mean St. Vincent takes over, and they're just going to have to take one knee to put this one in the books.
Tremendous win for an Indian club under Tim Schumer that's been building and building and building. It's hard when maybe 30, 40 minutes down the road is one of the best Class 1 teams in the state in Valley Catholic, but they are measuring themselves at that level, and they're getting pretty close, man. They're off to a tremendous start to this season after the 0-2 start with this 3-game win streak, and plenty more potentially ahead of them as they once again win this crosstown rivalry game.
Double R takes the knee, and that'll do it. As the St. Vincent Indians win the Battle of Perryville, they come away with a victory 40-21, the final score. St. Vincent over the PHS Pirates. Quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap this one up here shortly, right here on Regional Radio.
Carissa, what are you doing with those prices now?
Jason the Hayes made, and now I'm making deals.
Are you really offering 10% off on all Spartan mowers?
Yep. Get this. Right now, customers can get a Massey Ferguson tractor as low as $167 a month.
That's a real deal. Okay then, I'm making a deal. Right now, get a Massey Ferguson 1723 backhoe for $232 a month.
I see you and cut you a Woods cutter. 15 foot for just $17.5. It's heavy duty and cuts 3-inch material. Beat that, Mower Mouse.
I can't, Queen of the Green. That's a really good deal.
For all your local news, weather, and sports.
Is that our customers get the best name brand equipment, not some knockoff. And that's what we do here. Fleegs Equipment, Highway 32 in St. Genevieve, and at the Leadington exit also. Online, 24/7 at fleegs.com.
Etzold's Packing in Perryville is a family-owned packing company. They take great pride in providing quality service. They do custom slaughtering and processing, including smoking and curing of beef and pork. Etzold's has won several awards for curing of hams and bacons. And don't forget, they do process deer. They have the most competitive prices in the area. They go whole hog for you. Give Chad a call at 573-547-6815 or stop in and talk with them today about your processing needs. They're located at 1702 South Kings Highway in Perryville. The administration at the Perry County School District 32 would like to show their support to all their students and athletes. The Perryville School District commends their students, athletes, and coaches for being dedicated and committed to doing their best. The district wants you to practice hard, play hard, and study harder. And remember, teamwork, determination, and hard work will take you far. Best of luck in the future from everyone at the Perry County School District 32.
Loppy in the backfield. They're going to go back to pass. Deep to the end zone. Touchdown! Caleb Whistler at the back pylon on a corner route. And Garrett Doublear has now 5 passing touchdowns in the game to go along with 320 yards. Finished with 330 yards through the air to go along with 5 touchdowns. As Garrett Doublear is your Applebee's of Farmington player of the game, and that right there was your Serenity Hospice Care play of the game. That touchdown strike at the end of the ball game finished things off as Caleb Whistler made the touchdown completion. And that put an exclamation point on the end of this one as Serenity Hospice Care, peace of mind when you need it most, serenityhospicecare.org. And Applebee's of Farmington doing good in the neighborhood. So Garrett Doublear, 330 yards, 5 passing touchdowns. He also had 21 yards on the ground and a touchdown, so 6 total touchdowns tonight. What an unbelievable performance as St. Vincent comes away with a big-time victory here tonight. That'll do it for us here on Regional Radio. We'll talk to you all again soon. Stick around for the Home Pools and Spas End Zone show, but I will talk to you all again soon right here on Regional Radio.
Perryville Muffler and Auto is ready to help you with your next service on your vehicle. Perryville Muffler and Auto offers full computer diagnostics and repair and specialize in diesel truck repairs and aftermarket upgrades. They offer a full line of replacement engines, transmissions, and driveline components with a 3-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Need a custom exhaust? They offer custom exhaust systems and bending for classics to modern vehicles and sell and install 4WD suspension lift kits. Check them out on Facebook. That's Perryville Muffler and Auto.
Our focus on quality at Perryville Outdoor Products is unmatched. We carry only the highest caliber of outdoor power equipment brands, including a wide selection of Cub Cadet products. And after the sale comes our expert service by trained technicians. From tune-ups to major overhauls, we're a hometown business where our customers are number one. Before, during, and after the sale, you have our support. Ask about our first-rate financing options on Cub Cadet merchandise today at Perryville Outdoor Products. That's Perryville Outdoor Products, 814 North Kings Highway, Perryville, Missouri, 573-547-9996.
Robinson Well Drilling and Electric is your water well drilling service in Perryville. For many years, they have provided a variety of services, including water well drilling, pump replacement, pressure tanks, and much more. They have the experience and skill to handle the job